Welcome everyone to episode 31 of the Never Ready podcast. It is the week of June 4th, 2018. I'm George. Today I'm joined by the whole crew. Again, finally. Al,
All time.
Lee.
We're all in this together.
That'd be Irving. The soothing sounds of Irving. And this other guy, Rob, here.
Hi.
How you doing?
He's got a couple of confessions he needs to make today.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No.
Just kidding.
I've already made it before the show. I don't want to talk about it further.
All right, just say it.
Yeah.
Say it, George.
There's the bar joke. Let's do the bar joke.
No, go ahead. We'll just do it.
George likes it long and thorough. The podcast. That's how you like it, right?
Remember to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Never Ready Podcast, spelled NVRDY Podcast. I know I'm slacking on the Instagram. I'm going to get back on it. Sorry. Also, if you enjoy our content, please leave us a rating and feedback and subscribe, which would definitely help us out. And don't forget to share with your friends.
If you have any.
He speaks for himself.
Don't we all?
You guys are not my friends?
All my friends are right here.
Business partners.
Emphasis on partners.
I get it anywhere I can. Anyway,
So do people we know.
Anyways. Somebody's got to pay rent on here, right? All right, let's go.
Okay. We're going to go real quickly through what we've been watching and playing because we're pretty busy today.
Yeah, we technical difficulties. So we got delayed. So we gotta get this one, keep this one moving. If you know what I'm saying. So.
All right. Well, I'll start it off for once and just go through it quickly. I finally finished watching The Punisher. It's only took me months, but
What do you think? Come on.
Apparently, it took a bunch of people also months to finish that shit.
the thing is that the first about 8-9 episodes are just very slow. I know they're building character and stuff, but it just shows that they're putting too many episodes in these Netflix shows. It's like, dude, give it like 8-10 episodes, you're good.
They're trying to stop people from binge watching.
Well, they worked. It worked.
It's like, watch it once a week, you'll be good.
No, I want to see it all at once.
Once a week, I felt like I was watching like once a month. Ever go back and be like, oh yeah, I gotta finish watching The Punisher yet. But yeah,
Then
definitely.
you have to go back 2 episodes just to remember everything else.
Yeah, I just go on with it. If I didn't remember what happened before, and I figured it wasn't worth memorizing. But
So what do you think?
the last 4 episodes definitely picked up that pace, and it was actually The Punisher you've been waiting about 9 episodes to see. The guy who goes in there and wrecks shit up and starts
Slaughtering.
yeah,
us.
pretty much. But overall, I'd give the show a 7 because it did tell a pretty good story. There was that one side story about that kid with PTSD that was kind of
Made no sense?
it was kind of pointless to me in there.
You need to ground these characters.
Strongly disagree, George.
I mean,
All right, I'm gonna need you guys to slap it out.
Ready. Fight.
oh, that kind of slap.
Yes, Irving, that kind of stuff. But you can't wait till we get on camera. Huh?
So, 7, huh?
It was
So what do you give there in the fist?
All right, guys, attack him.
Iron
7 is so low.
I thought it was a great insight into veteran affairs.
It was. It's just that what happens towards the end just kind of made that first part with the kid like null and void. It was like,
Yeah,
it's like
I can see that.
The kid, the PTSD kid.
Yeah.
I mean, he did serve the purpose of like bring him back out of the light. You get into the light, you know,
Yeah.
and kind of confirming that the Punisher.
But do we need like 8
But
episodes?
like half an episode would have worked.
Yeah.
They were really trying to drive that fucking point home. I hate when some series do that. Like, they want to express a certain point. It fucking takes them like 5 episodes. Just like, dude, you could have done that in one.
It was like two. Give me two episodes at most.
Yeah.
Nah,
You could have
one would have been fine.
No, one would have been. But I said at most you could get away with 2, but about
You
8
can get away
with,
with it.
with that subplot constantly.
I haven't seen the series. I mean, that
Just skip to the last
season.
4 episodes.
A good turnout would have been if he becomes a major villain. Like
Yeah.
he had enough, backstory like to become a major villain.
Yeah.
But but they get rid of him, so it's like, oh, spoiler alert.
It's been out for a while, so.
Alright, never mind.
And Jose's never.
But
gonna
they
see it.
they killed him off, so it's like, it's pointless. Like, what are you doing?
It is actually one of the better Marvel shows. It's just that slow plotting pace that just kind
One of the
kills
better Marvel characters, I think.
Yeah.
From the Netflix series.
it. Yeah, it's so violence wise, it definitely is up there with like the Daredevil season 1. When he goes, well, it's actually probably worse, honestly.
What vibe did you get from the what do you call it? The relationship, not necessarily a relationship, but like the on screen, dynamic between the Punisher and that blonde chick.
You mean Karen Page?
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of had like a flirtatious vibe there.
Damn, she's cheating on fucking Deadpool. I mean,
Daredevil.
fucking Deadpool. On
Yeah,
Daredevil?
she's shooting on Deadpool.
Yeah.
The other guy that wears red mask.
Yeah. No, she's a reporter in this one. She's in a,
Oh, so
not a
you're
lot of
saying she's a
episodes.
slut? Hashtag
What?
Me too.
Oh,
God, don't start shit.
Bro, we're not trying to get canceled before we
Get started.
hey, in the comics she becomes a whore and gets AIDS and all that stuff.
Oh shit! I didn't.
or
Actually,
some type shit, bro. But
It wasn't it?
No, it's
They
Jose
changed
from the
it because it wasn't it in the comics when
She-
Daredevil meets her.
Not meets her, no, because she was like a smaller character in the past, and they brought her back. It was Kevin Smith, actually, I believe, who brought her back.
But wasn't there something when he rescues her? Like the way they did it in the show is she's kidnapped or something, and he goes in and rescues her, right? And,
Yeah,
but in the comics, wasn't that she was like drug addict, right? And that
Yeah,
was
she
like
was a drug-
they took that out of the.
because that was part of another storyline
Yeah.
for Daredevil. Yeah, that was taken out of the story.
I
Wait.
bet.
They might end up going to because maybe they just felt it was like, all right, we need you to actually care for this
like,
character.
Start it off clean and whatever, and then have
Watch
something
the downfall.
happen that ends up that way.
All right, so
Yeah, let's move on. So far as I've been playing, I dug my toes into the infamous, most popular game out right now.
Infamous
Fortnite.
Detroit.
No, I talk about Detroit. I'm not gonna talk about it again until I finish it. So, but I tried Fortnite mostly because my brother-in-law kept harassing.
Of
course.
You need to try Fortnite.
You fell for
No,
it.
that's all right. It's as I played it, as I told him, because he's like you think it's a great game, right? I'm like, sorry.
it has a
Dude,
lie.
but you
You
should
couldn't
see
even
how
say
these
sorry.
kids play that game.
He's
I
obsessed
know
with that.
they're all they're. I know, and it's crazy. Trust me. This. I mean, it's not all that spectacular per se. I wouldn't say, because when we were playing Halo, all the crazy things that we'd end up doing. Jesus Christ! I'm not gonna swallow the mic either.
Let's see your best moves.
Hey.
That's the only thing he doesn't swallow.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Let's do it. Then.
no, like what I mean is like when you see the kids that know how to play the game, like
How they? Yeah, I mean,
how they're building shit as they're running up and just coming out with people like.
Oh, I know. I got.
And
That's
like,
what happened to me.
it's
Literally.
like, they get intricate. They
no.
get very intricate. But we've done intricate things with the
See,
older
that-
games as well.
No, it's
That,
fine.
Like, dude, that shows you how humanity, like, if they put their minds to it, like, could do like crazy shit.
Yeah, just give
Right?
us the
Because
tools.
I'm pretty sure, like, probably in real life, they're lazy
Never
as
got
fuck.
the
I know.
Right? But you can build a whole fucking house, right? Like, in a game.
I know.
Like,
That's how it is.
bro.
Yo, but why do you think people play Sims? To
Yeah.
live a pretend life.
No, but that like I've seen like obviously Fortnite is not for me. I think I played it once. Oh yeah,
I
whatever.
haven't
I'm
played
done.
it. Just
But
downloaded it, waited a couple months, deleted it.
but when I see kids playing that, I was like, holy crap! There's like it feels like tricking, like they're doing tricks. Like it's
The way I described it to him after I played it, I'm like, this is a game I'd play if I don't have a lot of time to play a game. I got like 20 minutes. I'm going out somewhere. Throw it in, play something real quick. All right, I'm dead. Let's go.
Not even that
No,
for
but-
me.
Because it's
I
a quick
couldn't-
game, though. Like, you go, you
Oh,
get
I
in
bet.
and out.
Because
So, like,
the people that had already
that's
been
the thing,
playing
like,
the
I would,
game.
like, my nephew comes in, he's like, hey, you want to play something? I don't want to touch
I'll
any
keep
of my
my
saves
family-
games. Like,
Yeah, that too.
you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
the reason. That's the
I
reason
wouldn't
I
want him,
downloaded it.
don't touch my Witcher, don't touch my Assassin's Creed.
Because he was like, he was eyeballing
No.
Detroit at the
It's
time.
funny because I'm in the reverse. I'll keep my family as far away from Fortnite. Here, let me show you this gem, Witcher. Let me show you this gem.
But
Halo
but the thing is, Fortnite to them
is a gem.
is our Halo to ours. The same way people used to talk shit about Halo when I was growing up. It's like, oh, fucking
Talk shit about it.
Halo's crap. Play Quake, Doom, Quake. You know what I mean? Like Unreal. I'm like, every generation has their own.
But yeah,
That's how you can tell you're getting
Fortnite
old.
isn't it? I swear.
Anyways,
Back in my day, you young
Apparently, it is.
it is for now.
just they killed
until they find something else to.
Oh, yeah,
What
yeah.
is that? Here's some Halos.
They get Halo fucking Battle
Yeah.
Royale.
Oh, get ready.
And-
I mean, not gonna lie, I had fun playing it. It's not a game I'm gonna go back to
Oh, yeah.
be like, oh, I need to play this every. No, it's like, all right,
Yeah,
I played it.
And the thing is,
Okay.
when you go into it, like, because so many people play, you're like, oh, this thing must be amazing, because fucking half the world is playing this goddamn game.
That's
And
one of
then-
the reasons I tried to. I keep hearing so much. Everybody's like, yeah, Fortnite. I was like, all right, I need to just buckle down and try this shit.
Yeah, and then when I see like my little
All
brother,
hype.
my brother-in-law
All hype.
playing
It
it,
is, it's all
they all play with friends, like a group, and just play it, and like that's when
the
this
next
looks
hype
fun.
gonna be. I wonder what the next hype is gonna be.
We'll get to
And
that.
that's the thing, you could never.
They can't
seriously,
predict this.
Chances
Dude.
are it's something that looks like the one that's here.
It went from League of Legends to Fortnite.
Dude.
No, I mean League of
PUBG.
Legends to Overwatch, which is basically the same thing. MOBAs and stuff like that.
But Overwatch is not really a MOBA. It's a first-person hero shooter that has MOBA elements.
Yeah, but it's basically you're the same thing that you're doing in Overwatch. You're doing in League of Legends, but with a keyboard.
Yeah.
You're still doing the same decisions, the same tactics, the same everything. You just have more control.
But see, I think
Yeah, you have more control.
But I think
It's the same
even
thing.
League of Legends was a copy
Same
of
thing.
Dota,
Yeah, Dota.
and Dota was a mod from Warcraft. So it's like this whole.
Circle.
That's how it is. Everybody just copies each other.
So that's pretty much. We're gonna get about 20 more battle royale games.
Yeah, that's what it is. Then
Popular Call of Duty's doing
Can
it.
we go back to the cycle where stories were very important revolving around these games?
yeah, when people buy them, that's the issue.
Call of Duty doesn't think stories are important.
Well, that's the reason why people stopped buying them. They started selling them for again.
No,
hype
Call of Duty
was-
was the best-selling game last year and the year before
Oh
that.
my god!
But even
look at how fast they dropped.
And
Like
it-
from people buying and falling for something to people realizing very triggered. I don't care if a billion people buy something; it doesn't mean it's good.
no, but the thing is, what I'm saying is that
I mean,
Yeah, all right. You want to go? Ooh.
if it brings money in, it's good, bro. Like plain and simple.
but the
Good
thing
for
is,
the people.
Whether
like
you
Call of
disagree
Duty,
or agree, if it brings money in, it's good.
but Call of Duty like
That's the
dropped.
purpose of making
it's not
a game is to make money.
like the peak of Call of Duty was like Black Ops 1 or 2, some shit like that, as far as sales. And what it is now, it's not that anymore. But it's still the best selling game. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Quick, easy. It's like
People are laughing. Oh, Call of Duty, yeah, look at it. It's like getting the same players before. And they're fucking swimming in the cash. Oh, really?
like
Okay, let's keep it moving.
Lightning.
Al, let's
all
see what
those
you-
boxes.
Okay, that was good.
All right, so I've let me preface this by saying that when God of War came out, I played that game for an entire month. That's all I played every single day, just God of War.
This is Sparta.
I think I got too triple laid out. Like I don't want to play a big game right now. So I've just been playing like smaller stuff. Like
Hey, you should play Detroit. It's a small game.
I just been playing smaller games like handheld because I've been so busy too.
I bet
So I've been playing this new game, Yoku's Island Express. I
What?
think it's called.
Yoke.
Yoku's, I think, some shit like that. It's a freaking.
Sure you don't mean Goku?
No, Goku's Island Express. It's fucking dope because it's like imagine this. It's a side-scrolling game, right? Like a Metroidvania type game, but it's like pinball mechanics.
Think
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like Samus, but like
No, it's not Samus. You play as a little like beetle. It's carrying a ball around.
Tilt.
But everything. There's a bunch of like paddles everywhere, and so you get around the
have to
world.
hop it up and stuff.
Yeah, so, like-
get it over.
There's a bunch of paddles everywhere. So like in the world, and then you just hit the triggers, and you constantly jumping. It's if you're into pinball and shit like that, it's really fucking fun.
So
It's a
what you're
fun-ass
telling
game.
me that after a month of playing God of War, you lost 30% of your brain cells?
No, that game is really good. And I was also playing.
No, he was so depressed. He needed something very uplifting in childish.
A beetle getting bounced up towards the sky.
Yeah.
Are you feeling like a bug, Jose?
No, but that game is really fucking good. On Switch, handheld. Also been playing. I talked about it last week. Bloodstained. Curse of the Moon, I think it's called.
What the fuck?
I think I'm in the last part now.
Castlevania.
It's a Castlevania clone. Like old school Castlevania, not the Metroidvania ones. And it's really, that game is also really fucking fun.
It's a Castlevania clone for the people who made a Castlevania game.
Exactly.
So it's like,
Yeah.
Couldn't get any better.
Yeah, so it's like Kojima made a
No,
Metal Gear that's not called Metal
Metal
Gear.
Gear.
this,
AKA
keep
Death
Kojima
Stranding.
out of this, so we need to get to him later on.
And alright, so because of those, I'm a huge Pokemon fan. So I'm a Pokemon fan that kind of like the last few years have kind of going down.
You already come out, bro.
I came
I
out.
know, it's like, you can't close the door once you open it up, bro.
Well, what happened was
That's
new
right.
My
that-
point exactly.
that new announcement of the new Pokemon basically got me back in the Poke mood. So
I bet it poked your mood.
Yeah.
so I got Pokemon Sun back in 2016. Played it like for 2 hours and I stopped because like I had to
Man,
into
after
this.
Diamond, I stopped.
No, the thing
Diamond
is,
was like, that's when you know, like, when you said, like, yo, when do you switch? When does your generation, like, kind of, like,
and
leave? And, you know, and mine ended with Diamond, man.
Diamond I played, but Diamond wasn't like too fondly looked at. Like people liked it, but like I feel like
It
people
was
just
the
moved on
first transition from the Game Boy
to the DS.
to the DS.
Yeah.
And so, you know, like, when Diamond and Pearl came out, Diamond and Pearl were like, you know.
No, I remember I remember being in high school playing Diamond and Pearl.
Diamonds are forever, bro.
Yeah. So basically, I got it because the Pokemon games to me have always been social. So my buddies like have it, and we just play and trade and together. So my
you
buddy
guys have
that
a
I
big
mostly play
Pokemon
with is in the army. So like, we both got it, and I'm like, okay, it feels weird just playing by myself.
I miss LOL too.
You miss what?
Joel.
Yes. So I picked it back up again last week. And then when
Shout outs to Joel, you better be listening.
I was in fucking Vermont for a few days, so I was like, fucking, that's what I did while I was in the hotel waiting.
Bro, you went to Vermont and you played Pokemon.
Yes.
And you didn't get slapped.
No, I
No.
mean, that makes sense, though. Out in the middle of the woods, what else are you going to do? I'm surprised you had service.
What his friend does, but the straight version.
Oh my god.
God.
I'm gonna have to edit this stuff out.
Yeah. That needs to be edited.
No, that's him.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, I've been playing Pokemon
Say
Sun.
whose friend? No, I said what his friend does.
Alright, hold on.
Just beep all of this. Continue.
We're wasting too much time. Continue. I think. Yeah.
Finish up.
Who else been playing?
All I've been doing is playing State of Decay. And
Okay, enough of this.
exactly. You know.
Go,
yeah,
rant.
Rant. Oh, it came out last, 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
Let me know next time you're on because I need somebody to play a game.
Yeah, I wanna play.
You let me know. I'm constantly.
Oh,
on.
did you add me?
Did you add me?
I added you.
I did not ask.
On the PS4?
Yeah.
I added you.
What is your name?
What do you think my name is?
You probably. What's your name on your screen?
I don't know if he wants to say it out here.
Like-
Just
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Alright,
We'll get
so-
to that.
Begins with a no.
Does not help. I get a lot of friend requests, bro. This is what's bad.
all right. Rant.
On State of Decay 2. Feels too much like an arcade game. Typical Microsoft move. We can continue.
Yeah, just get very
It's
short and
it's
sweet.
sweet and simple. Unless you want me to stay all day on this.
No.
Like, but the thing is, sometimes Jose says something and I try to decipher what he really means. By arcadey, you mean because it's not realistic moving.
Not even that it's not
Is it like
realistic because it's
Left 4 Dead
cartoon. Because this
It's
is the game.
cartoony.
It's cartoony, but the point that it's trying to make is survival. From what I feel, and it kind of does that right, but not
say that,
good
man.
enough. Not good enough where it's like you're by
Do you
yourself.
need more shit?
You're
So
by
many numbers.
yourself.
The
You're by
marketing
yourself.
campaign for that game was fucking
And it's
amazing.
still, they're still dropping. Are you on Twitter? Day 368. I got some new tips for you.
Yeah.
Like, why are you making commercials for a game that's already out?
But that campaign was actually pretty good for a game that might suck.
It was pretty cool. I like that cinematic that they were
What are we
doing, or
talking
that
about?
approach.
State of Decay.
The tips, the pro tips, or the tip.
The campaign. The
For what?
For State of Decay,
Yeah.
the marketing
Oh.
campaign.
You've never seen any of the videos where it's like the first one was like some old man saying, "Oh," and it starts off with like the days, how many? Because that's, I'm sure right now, and they're long days. I don't know, like you have to play like a good 8 hours, 8 hour fucking shifts on this game to for a day to click.
Are you getting any resources to build up good?
It's hard.
'Cause
It's
you
tough.
legit have to, like,
It's a
balance.
balance. Yeah, it's a balance.
Is there a story behind it? Do you start in the
No,
There's no story.
That's
There's no
what.
story.
That's
So it's
another
like
kind
Left
of.
4 Dead.
It's
No, the story is like it's like Sea of Thieves. Is what you, the story you
but
create.
there
pretty
is
much.
some elements where, for example, you find the survivor and he might have, I don't know if it's randomly generated.
Yes, everything is.
Then they have their own random generated like arc where it's like, oh, you pick this character and then he used to be like a truck driver and he heard about this crazy truck that this legendary fucking, I don't know, monster truck rally guy drove. So he's like, oh, we got to figure out if it's still over there. You control him, you go over there. Then it's like a breadcrumb.
Yeah, and like everybody has like a different thing. Like when you see this people's profiles, this is something I've seen.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, this guy was like a teacher or something.
Yeah, so
that
their intelligence is maxed
so the
out.
intelligence
They have
is higher.
and
so-
their fifth skill might be computers, which later on when you're making which is another thing that I don't like. It's so small. This is what I mean. It's arcade where the biggest place that you can settle in still isn't big enough, especially for the map. Like if you really want to simulate survival, there are people that like day one can probably own the entire map, but you can't do. The game doesn't give you that option. It's not fun. It really isn't. 'Cause it's
So,
like
wait,
it pushes you. It pushes you up against an invisible wall. That you want to feel some type of success, but there really isn't success.
Yeah,
in this
that's
game.
what I hear. The success in the game is like near the end. We start feeling like you getting your control over fucking everything. It's like, all right, now I'm getting things like I'm getting certain resources to build by themselves by doing
Yeah.
certain things, and no, I still need to play it. I'm not quite sure.
And you have to grind to get to that point, and I did. And doing it by yourself sucks, which is
Well,
server.
they say it's a game. You have to.
Exactly,
Wait.
have your friends
Yeah, but-
in order to
Oh,
get
so
to
it's
be
open,
successful.
But the co-op
It's
is
open world.
fucked up.
The co-op is fucked up. It's laggy. It's janky. And I was expecting a little bit more of a server than like the whole invite to session.
Yeah,
Like
it's
where it's like there will be maybe a random person in your map that's maybe in the same what's it called, shelter as you. For example, like if you got the biggest shelter on the map or the biggest plot on the
Can
map,
you take it over from
You-
somebody else?
they're specifically designated on the map. So whereas a computer might have a settlement here, you can never take that settlement. You can kill them apparently, but you can never take that settlement. You can use it for something else, I think, but there are these specific plots that you grow in. It would have been cool at least, like, hey, I see a random player over there, but when he goes to his settlement, even though we're in the same one, he disappears. And the moment we step out, it's back in the same, like, open server or whatnot.
no, because
So
it's
then-
not like that.
it should have been. So there is, instead of like you're out doing more fucking looking for groups, whatever those tabs are, those acronyms are, LFGs, looking for groups. Like that's annoying. It would have been cool. Hey, there's someone else trying to survive out there. Does he want to kill me or does he want to help? Is that so hard?
Yes.
It is, but it's not. They had plenty of time, and that's one of the things that they were trying to sell on.
They're a small team, and the whole thing is they first pitched the game not to the people. Like said, like we wanted this to be an MMO, but obviously they didn't get to that. And it's not an MMO. It's just co-op. Somebody could go into your game and help you. That's what it is. It's not like we share a world that could go
Well,
to
you
your
just say
camp.
you can do that.
No,
Somebody
no.
can.
You
can invite somebody
you can
to your
invite
game.
help me.
but
That's
no one can. It's not like
Just
someone
hop
show
in.
up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can see your camp, for example. It's not like that. We don't share the. You just coming
It's
in
not
to
like
help me,
Sea of
or
Thieves where you could be playing by
Yeah,
yourself.
Yeah,
Sometimes
exactly.
I
it's
think we
too.
make a lot of
And
those
sailing
games
through.
like where there's like no plot
yes.
at all. It's like,
Telling you.
It's just cool because a lot of people just like to play games with their friends.
Turns out most people skip cutscenes, believe it or not.
Yeah, I know. Like,
I don't.
What's wrong with these people?
My brother-in-law does, which is another reason why he likes Fortnite.
I know.
He's
Like
Sons of
seriously, it's like,
bitches.
why do you watch movies, dude? Just boom, bang, boom. Okay, let's go.
No, because games are games.
pretty
Pretty
much.
much.
That's pretty much what he is.
So
Well, games started out without stories. You know what I mean? Like that a game is a game.
There you
First.
talk about Mario like that.
You build
There
it.
was a very touching story
I know,
about a
that was-
plumber.
Exactly, trying to save a princess from a giant turtle dragon.
No, yeah, but
breathing thing.
no. What I mean is like their games are story based, right? And there's games that are not. Like just because somebody doesn't like a story based game doesn't mean anything. They just don't like story based games. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, pretty much.
Or you're illiterate.
All right, who's next?
Moving on to Irving.
haven't played anything.
Next.
Did you watch anything?
No.
We're trying to move
Okay, so
Fast and
next.
Furious right now.
Okay, I haven't played anything either since I was grounded from the TV.
Yes, he spoke about this last week.
Yes.
Why?
Because
What do you guys want
I
to
have
know?
I have the in-laws
Oh,
who
still
are
here?
in. Yeah, they're still there
How long are
because
they
they're
here
they're snow people. They're the snow. So if there's snow, they leave to Florida, snowbirds, and then when the snow melts, they come back.
But it's your house, right?
No,
It's your girlfriend's house.
no.
It's their house.
Well, they're there, and then I have the brother-in-law there, so I have no TV time, even though it's my TV. Check that out.
Makes perfect sense.
Yes.
I know.
Unless it's
I
mutually,
feel the pain.
everyone wants to watch the same thing.
I'm cutting my wrists like I play
How is this a
violin.
have you? That's a problem. Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
can't,
that
like-
is a problem. And I've asked if like, hey, you know what? I'll move all my shit downstairs, and they all ganged up on me and said, no.
Like what? You
Why?
don't have to do that. They
'cause
turn
then they have to-
turn you out to be the bad guy.
Yeah, 'cause
It's
then
like I
they
just
wouldn't
want
have a
some
TV to
damn
watch all the shit on in the
time.
living room.
Leave me alone.
You were the
Let
one
me
who
play
doesn't
my
want- have
video
you, like-
game.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
right,
think this should be a family conversation.
Dude,
It should be
I
like a
wanna give you
one-on-one
promo.
conversation.
bro.
No,
it.
welcome to Family
Oh my God.
Cast.
I don't think this should be a family conversation. That should be a one-on-one conversation.
What are your write in with your family issues? Never ready podcast at Gmail. We'll read them on the air.
NeverReadyStudios at gmail.com. NeverReadyStudios at gmail.com.
But I did get to watch one new thing, and that's the Steve Martin and Martin Short.
And that
Stand-up
other
comedy.
awkward experience.
Oh, I
of
did
yours.
see something,
Steve
which I
Carell.
didn't like.
No, Steve Martin.
I
and
did
Martin
see
Short.
something, which was Troy. Sorry, I interrupted you.
The show or the movie?
The show.
Because
The
I'm like
movie's
Troy's
amazing.
old.
No, the show. It sucks. Okay, continue.
Good.
Is that it?
Yeah, I watched that. It's called "An Evening You Will Forget for the Rest of Your Life," and I easily forgot it.
Oh, so it did its job.
It
Yes.
did its job.
10 out of 10.
On the title.
Is that like the first one in the show? A 10 out of 10?
Yeah, first 10 right there.
No, the title's a 10. The show I would probably give like a 6.5. It had funny moments, but it's very weird sense of humor.
Yeah, they have.
Might be up my alley.
Yeah, just like George.
It's old style, man. We grew out of that
Yeah.
sense of humor.
What? Continue.
How many Martin Short movies can you name?
Other than Three Amigos.
Yeah.
And
It's funny because I saw the Three
Inner Space.
Musketeers. Oh my god.
is it Inner Space? Really, the one that they make him short and he goes inside Dennis Quaid's body in a little spaceship.
Listen,
Oh
this
my
ain't the
God.
90s cast, all right? Listen.
Oh my god, deja vu.
Rubik's.
I know. The thing is, I know what you're talking about.
But he asked how many Martin
Yeah.
Short films can you mention? So I'm mentioning them. That's about it, though.
Yeah.
The
I got nothing. Three Amigos.
fact that I remember the title is a miracle, though. It's like-
That's
And it's funny because I remember
old.
like his face in films is coming up in my mind. I just don't know from what.
the same thing with me. Those are the only two I can actually name, though.
Yeah.
All right, well, moving on. Let's get into the new trailers impression. By the way, next week might be bombarded by trailers because I already know of at least 5 that are coming out.
Next week.
Yeah.
Which one?
See this.
Spoils.
How to Train Your Dragon. There's
The last one, right?
yeah, the last one.
Is this taking place before? Is the show taking any effect in it at all?
I don't think the show really takes any effect. I think it's just something to keep kids occupied while
Yeah, when they're out of school and
Yeah.
shit.
Fuck, there was something dropping tomorrow. I forgot what it was off the top of my head. But there's one dropping tomorrow. Friday's another one. I think there's 2 more in the middle there too. So I forgot.
Stop it! God damn it!
That was very
Fucking.
specific.
We're gonna have like fucking 30 trailers to talk about with E3 next week. God damn it.
So what are the trailers today?
Today we have Suspiria, the teaser.
It's kind of weird.
It is. It's a weird original movie.
Yeah, the tone.
Dario Argento was the original director.
I got kind of like a Mother vibe from that.
Yes. I get fucking all these The Thing vibes. I get
It's very, very 70s style. Like
fuck is the name of the other one?
You get like a
The Shining.
The
You
Village.
get The
Yeah.
Shining on that ton.
Well, that's what it had most in common. was
Exorcist.
Like that.
Yeah.
Those 70s, like
Yeah.
supernatural, like
Evil Dead type of.
Yeah, like
not
Evil
Evil
Dead's a
Dead.
comedy.
like
though,
you look
so-
at that
Like
and
Black
like
The
Swan.
original
I get like
wasn't.
that Black
No.
Swan type of feel to it.
yeah. You want to talk a little closer?
psychological.
It sounds like you're in the room. It also you get like the fact like you're like the Kubrick fucking do this. You get the very Kubrick like directing. Right?
I was about to say, but I didn't think.
with this director's like his whole work prior to I don't know anything tough of it, but from what I hear, it's been inspired by like those
Those
Kubrick, Argento,
Yeah.
all these 70s like
Because I said
directors. So
Yeah, because Taxi, I saw.
that's Scorsese. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, Taxi. Yeah,
Taxi.
Scorsese's Taxi.
Yeah. Good.
yeah. It looks. See, it was a teaser, so they didn't really have any plot in there. They just show you a bunch of disturbing imagery.
But I got a feeling even when they show the actual thing, they
Yeah, you're
won't.
still not gonna know. What the
Cause
fuck's
I'm pretty
going
sure that's one of those films you gotta go in, not know what the fuck it is about, and then come out still not knowing what the fuck it is about.
Like Mother.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
But
Mother,
I,
bro.
I,
I haven't seen it.
Don't
but
bother.
But I heard that the director even knew like that. People were like,
Mother,
Jennifer.
don't bother.
what's her
I love
name?
it.
on. Lawrence.
Yeah.
Lawrence, yeah.
She sat down and she said that like, well, we knew this was a film that not a lot of people were gonna get. We knew this was a film that wasn't.
Supposedly it has a
it's
lot
an
to do with
arts-
religion, like
Oh, yeah.
rebirth, like the story of God, or
Eden.
Christ, or whatever. Yeah, all that stuff.
Next.
Anyway,
Next.
let's move on to Widows.
dope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next.
Looks
I
interesting.
mean, it looks to me. It looks like something I'll watch.
The
Yeah.
director has me because I did watch 12 Years a Slave.
It is a unique approach
12 years
at the
Slave is a
same
good
like
movie.
Look, we have Liam Neeson in the film. We're gonna kill him off within the first 10 minutes.
for
Well,
real.
that's like
How
a big
dare
jump. Going from 12 Years a Slave to something like this.
Well, have you seen what he did before 12 Years a Slave? He had I forget the name of the movie, but it had something to do with Michael Fassbender's dick size. Literally. He was like a sex addict in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I forget the name
Yeah.
of it.
Fuck. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Jose's watching on repeat, he knows. Or Al, sorry.
Talking about
gonna say, aren't we
Fassbender's
all, but
penis
Jose
is
doesn't
definitely
get
the time to move on.
Please.
And finally, we have Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Why isn't it not? What is it? Wreck the internet.
Listen,
It's
stop
on the
repeating the
trailer.
end of the trailer.
Break the internet.
It looks alright. The part that had me laughing was the whole princess thing when they go in all the stereotypes of the princesses. Oh, have you been trapped? No. No. Did a big strong man come in and say,
I have all your
Yes!
problems right now.
There was one princess there that was missing. The one that got her heart stolen.
Who?
Kyrie.
Who?
Kyrie.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts. No. Aha. She counts
See,
2. I don't care. That's part of Disney canon in my head.
they haven't finished the trilogy yet. Or the whatever number.
Or the fucking number. The
Yeah.
saga.
2.9999.
Watch him be like, oh, Kingdom Hearts 3? No, it's actually Kingdom Hearts 3 /
3.84
1.5.
or 3.14567.
5 o'clock p.m.
Another trailer that I did see was
5 o'clock shadow.
One trailer that I did see today, which was new to me, was like a new Ant-Man with like Louise.
Oh, it's
I
like,
think
like a
I think
TV
that's
spot?
yeah. I think it was more of a TV spot.
Yeah.
That's why I try not to watch it because if it's not the official trailer, I don't watch because I don't want a lot of stuff spoiled. Because if you watch everything that comes out,
You're gonna see the whole movie
Yeah, you're gonna see the
before it
whole
comes
movie.
out.
So that's why I was like,
That was pretty cool.
if it's not one of the official like couple trailers, I just
I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah, you did see a little bit of new footage.
Yeah, they always do that. They did that with Infinity War. That's why I avoided
Who's
every
the
one of
main
those
villain?
trailers.
I think I only saw one of
Ghost.
those.
Yeah.
Is she like an actual canon? villain?
She's more of an Iron Man villain, from what I understand, but they just kind of moved her over like a tech type of villain.
They have been doing it. Wasn't the villain from
No, Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket was another
No.
personality of Ant-Man
yes.
that he came back as, and they just did. him himself, he doesn't really have a lot of this rogues gallery of characters, so they just kind of borrow. Like, well, we'll take one of your minor characters.
Because Ant-Man doesn't look like he was he doesn't.
He's more of a team. Like if you try
yeah,
him,
like
he was
you
always
see
the
him,
Avengers comics.
kind of like the Hulk.
Yeah.
Like you've never seen.
No, you see a lot of Hulk by himself.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to some of the film news this week.
Yeehaw!
Let's go through some of the minor news here. Sony pulls the Black Cat and Silver Sable film from its release date to
Shock.
rework the script, which means it ain't happening.
That marketing team, man. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of not happening, yes, Rob, thanks for that segue. Jason Momoa exits the Crow reboot, and Top Gun 2 has begun filming.
Yep.
We're going to take that highway to the danger zone again.
What is
right on
Tom
you, Goose.
Cruise trying to do, man?
Tom Cruise is trying to bring back everything he's done.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for
touched.
Risky Business 2 to be announced.
I feel like he's the type of person who knows he's like fading away. He's like, no,
He is. He
I
knows.
don't want to.
I'll still give him credit because he still does all his own goddamn
Yes.
stunts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm getting shorter. I feel it. I need to.
'Cause I don't know if you saw that Halo jump that he really
Yeah.
did.
I do
Dude,
that
he
too,
does
though.
all those fucking. That's why it
do.
looks so good. Like when you see him like in all the Mission Impossible movies, like the.
Well, that's why now in the trailers they show you more of what the stunt work because they're like,
Yeah.
you already know he's doing it, so this is how crazy he gets in this film.
He's like, they tell him, hey,
Come
you know,
watch him kill himself.
They probably tell him.
Well, he
"Look."
did break his leg in this making the film.
But
This
didn't he
one.
do the same
does it,
thing?
yeah, he does it all the time.
Wasn't it in the Mummy that he also like?
He hurt. No, he was filming Mission Impossible.
Oh, okay,
It was
so
just
it was
when the advertising for the Mummy was coming out, so people kind of mistook it as.
Oh,
him
okay.
getting
I mean,
But
isn't he
they
like a
showed the scene too.
Scientologist?
It's
Can't
that
they just
building
like
jump that he
attach a
does
new
and
leg
kinda
on?
Shorts it. He broke his like fucking bone right there.
They keep telling him, hey, Tom, you know, you could get really hurt. You could actually die. And he's like, no, but the alien father is telling me to.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, isn't he a Scientologist? Can't he
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
attach
the alien father is
a new
telling me to
leg
go.
on the
Fifth
Not
dimension, man. The
Not a
fifth dimension.
Scientologist. He is the Scientologist.
Dude, you gotta play Watch Dogs too. They fuck with that. Like,
Yeah,
they
they
go
fuck
with it's
with 'em.
hilarious.
I hope so.
All right, let's get into the real
But
news.
then
Now we
Ubisoft.
passed some of those short ones. These are kind of ties into games, so I should have put this last, but whatever. James Marsden, Cyclops for those who don't know, has been cast in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Why are we getting a Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
Cause Sonic Woo. What, how's the song
Is
go?
it like
Remember
a
that
live
song?
action?
Sonic
Or is it
Boom,
like an
Sonic
animated?
Boom.
Like how? Because they can't do a live action.
Oh, yes, they can.
Yeah, they can.
They
They tried. After I've seen Dragon Ball live action, they can pretty much do anything.
Dude, Super Mario Brothers got a live
What
action
movie
movie.
you talking about?
You bring it to the darkest places, don't you?
He reaches into that bag of darkness and is like, I got
Dude,
The guy got you with
okay,
this.
hold this. Rampage got a movie. Anything is fucking possible, right?
No, I mean that kind
But at
of.
this point,
Tetris got a movie. Didn't Tetris get a movie? Or was gonna get a movie?
they did get it. The Asteroids was supposed to get a movie
Yeah,
too.
and Space
but-
Invaders and all that
Yeah,
crap. Yeah,
but those haven't come out. Thank
God help us.
I think you're trying to remember
we're
the
all out of
movie
ideas.
with like they're all like it was Adam Sandler and they're trying to save the
No,
world. From
that's
video
Pixels.
That was
Yeah.
Pixels, yeah.
Yes.
So, question.
Yeah.
Who's playing Tails?
Games. Is it a
You
chick?
mean miles per hour? That's
Is Knuckles going to be in this?
Is he gonna be
Knuckles the
Ugandan?
Yes, the Ugandan Knuckles.
You do not know the way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Sonic fan. Oh, wait, I was a huge Sonic fan as a kid.
I was going to say, do you still exist?
It was
But,
alright.
like, what would it be? Like, do you guys want to see, like, a live action or, like, a...
I don't want to see anything.
What is it? Sonic X.
But-
if I were to see anything, it'd be on the lines of Sonic X. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Back in the day.
But
I'd have animated. I can do.
That's what I'm saying.
If he's
Yeah.
if he's like the voice of Sonic, then I was like, all right. But if it's gonna be like, hey, buddy,
No,
which
'cause
I
you-
think be live action,
God,
which is
I mean,
yes.
Sonic 06. We still have to live with that, so...
yeah.
He kisses a real girl. Yep, so... That was fucking awesome, seeing that.
Bestiality much.
Okay, I guess we'll move on now. We can't top that.
No,
so-
come on, we need more.
No, we don't. No, we can't. The Slender Man movie, which is coming out in October, I believe.
I hope they take the it very serious and to the game.
Well,
Because the game
No,
is
I think
Here's-
they're probably gonna go on the actual...
Here's a bit of bad
Lore.
news
the
for you.
lore.
The Slender Man movie is searching for a new distributor with only 3 months left to release.
Paramount.
People saw that movie like,
Universal.
oh my god.
So bad.
No, so they want more marketing, and Sony wants to do more of what Blumhouse has been doing, like very minimal. Get it out there, get people.
I think
And
it's
apparently,
very
yes,
successful.
people who have seen the movie have said it's not very good.
They're like, yeah, we'll take the losses. Whatever
So
contract
much
we
for
signed,
that.
we void it.
So they basically that's the producers of the movie are fighting with the studio producers of like, we need more money. I was like, no, we ain't giving you shit.
That sucks.
That tells you the confidence they have in that movie. 3 months before.
Listen, Sony has had a lot of bombs that they're like, all right, we can't afford to put money.
One more bomb and fucking no more Sony. So
Games and
We got Spider-Man coming out this year. We need all the money for that. And let's see, moving on. Spawn reboot is not an origin story and will be a supernatural thriller featuring a completely silent Spawn.
so is it still Jamie Foxx though?
It's Jamie Foxx. He was cast officially last week.
But did you hear
God.
that he Spawn is even that much in the film? He's like a creeper type
Yeah,
film.
it's supposed to be.
He's a lurker.
What do you
Back-
mean, like?
He's a shadow.
That he's more
But
like
but
a-
you hear who's producing the film, right?
who is?
Blumhouse, which they give you
Okay,
they
so
give you like $5 and they're like, all right, do something with that.
But like, is
I
it
want my
like, is
change
it like a
back.
scary movie?
Oh my
yeah, I think they're going more for the horror angle of it. But I think
They said it's gonna be more of the detective Sam Twitch or something, something similar. I'm not.
so. Who's the main character in this? Can't be Spawn if he's silent.
I guess he's not the main character. Well, he is, but he isn't. It's Todd McFarlane is writing
So what
and
do you
directing.
mean? You should be
this,
used to a silent main character, Master Chief.
No, but he's not. I need a weapon. He says it. You know what I mean?
Says it once.
I mean, I like the not origin route, which McFarlane's been dead on with that, where he's like, no. From the time he's been talking about the movie, he's like, I am not doing an
No,
origin
you don't.
story.
You don't need an origin story for it because his origin story is fucking basic.
Yeah.
Like it's,
When he dies, he goes to hell.
yeah, like that's it. And
Comes
he's
back.
fucking. Then he's what is it? He fucking sells his soul to the devil. And he gets a fucking sweet cape. Yeah, that's it.
Which we might not even see the cape with the budget they're probably gonna have for this.
I'm pretty sure that's why. Like, yeah, shoot him only from
He's
here
like,
up.
"Hey, yeah, with that, bro.
Everything else is like shadow.
Where's the cape?
Minimal makeup.
yeah,
job, you know,
we're
see the
running out of
shitty
money.
makeup on Jamie Foxx. He's just in the
So
shadow.
all we have is this.
Is that Jamie Foxx with like fucking makeup on?
Jamie Foxx won't even be there. He's just in the studio. And he's like, all right, just call me when I gotta come in. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do this though. Anyway, moving on to our final movie news. This will tickle Al's fancy here. Hasbro confirms plans for a new Power Rangers movie as they feel the brand, quote, the brand was very under-leveraged and undervalued by Saban. We feel we can exploit it to a much greater extent.
Exactly.
And it was a great opportunity to acquire this brand.
Hasbro bought the Power Rangers.
From Saban,
they,
right?
they bought. I think they bought. Did they buy
Is it
Saban?
Heyman? Oh, the whole entire thing they bought?
I don't know. They bought a lot of properties from them, so
Yeah.
they might have just bought the whole company.
All right. So now, does that mean that we're getting a reboot or?
Yeah, it'll be a reboot because they have a contract with Paramount. And the last film came out with Lionsgate, so that contract, if they want to keep that, has to be with Lionsgate. So
They
they
should've-
don't have to just reboot the whole
I
thing.
think the kids from the film were really good. The Power Ranger part of the film sucked, but like
You want to see Becky G again? That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Becky G's fucking lesbian.
Who's kind of blown up since that film has come out? Not from the film, but since then.
She's coming out in Charmed, isn't
I don't
I
know.
don't know. She has another movie coming out.
Well, they all kind of been blowing up because the
Yeah,
kid,
the other kid was in Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Kimberly is playing Jasmine in the Aladdin film.
Wait,
Yeah, so
that one. That's the one Disney live action film that's probably gonna bomb.
why do you think that?
Oh, dude, they're gonna boycott
issues.
that shit.
Yeah,
like,
they're gonna boycott
hard.
that fucking movie hard.
Jesus.
They're gonna boycott that movie hard, bro.
Really? What casting issue? They didn't know something was going
They
on.
don't like Jasmine, bro. They wanted an actual Jasmine, not like
Not only that, there was
But she's Indian. The chick is Indian.
yeah,
She's
not.
half.
yeah,
She's half. The Kimberly from Power Rangers, she's half Indian.
But that's not the main issue. Is then they did some reshoots with extras, and guess what they got? They just got a bunch of people and painted them a little brown, and put it as extras. So that's the big.
So it cost too much rent to go to fucking India?
Apparently, go to India. There's plenty of Indian
People are here.
Bro,
Asians.
just go to Canada.
Yeah.
Just shoot her in Canada.
I know, go to fucking Toronto, you're good.
All right, that's it. That's it for movie news. So.
Want me to take over the game news?
No,
Alright.
I got you.
As long as they make the Power Ranger movie the same as the YouTube short,
That's not gonna happen.
Come on. I can
You have to show
dream.
me.
I want that, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, like that
Speaking
YouTube
about
short.
YouTube
yeah.
and Power Rangers,
Fuck
you just
yeah,
reminded me this
that'd
like
be the-
completely
It,
random.
it just
Like-
won't happen. It's too
out of place.
violent. It's a
It's-
kid's
But they
property.
made a Mortal Kombat
But nah, that's so lame.
It's like trying to make
low budget,
Pokemon
like,
violent.
Yeah.
fan fiction, but it was like
It is violent.
It was fan
Look at
fiction,
fucking
but it was,
what.
like,
Look at what they did with
super
Pokemon
good or
Go.
some
That
shit.
is
It
an
wasn't a
accident.
fan fiction. It was
That was
actually
not
a
an
real
accident.
legit director.
Pokemon Gold?
Yeah.
Go.
That like the but
That
not like
wasn't an
not
accident,
like
bro.
the actual movies. I'm talking about it was
No,
like
he
low
did it because
budget.
he wanted to do the movie, so that was his
Yeah.
way of
I saw
putting
that.
it out there for him to do the movie, and it became this thing that they did a small inner YouTube series off of it.
And it was the dopest
But-
shit ever. And they get, and I'll argue with that all day, bro. They
No, it's
gotta
good.
do it. They gotta do some shit along those
I mean,
lines. No, because even are they running Power Rangers still? Is there like a new
Yes.
Power
Who
Rangers
was
Saturday
Power
nights
Rangers,
and
though?
shit like
yeah,
that?
kids,
Yeah,
kids are still
bro,
watching.
that's like into season 13, 12.
That's the thing. Is
More
like
They're
that,
like
bro.
uniting all Power Rangers now. Like it's become a thing where they're all.
They've always done that though. Like there'll be like one season where it's like 3 of the different
No, but
Power
there's-
Rangers all together.
There was one episode, or a couple episodes, storyline that literally brought about. They think they said it was like
Bro,
30 different
I got
Power
3
Rangers
Power
on screen.
Rangers. That's it. 3 seasons. Neo, Turbo, and Lost in Space. That is all we need.
I mean that's pretty
Dude,
back to
I-
back
I-
to back.
yeah, those are all
There's a
back to back.
couple-
I was telling my wife because like you know how have you guys ever had that like one thing like as a kid that you never got the like to this day you want it regardless. Like to me is the
No, Mike.
money.
A
TV?
To me is the Power Ranger sword, the original sword.
Yeah, the one that goes.
I still want that with the Tyrannus, with the T-Rex and all that crap.
Yeah.
I
Nah,
want
what
that.
I wanted like so bad to be real was the minicon thingies from
Transformers.
Transformers,
I used to have those.
where it was like a scooter and like you can like
Yeah,
what?
you could fuse them
I'm
together.
so
to ma-
lonely. I wanted that as my friend.
you
Oh, yeah.
wanted-
the mini
Get a
cons. Yeah.
Metabot.
No, the thing is because you could like 3 mini cons turn into like a fucking sword. Then one
Yeah,
turns
or
into a
something.
shield. Oh, I used to
Well,
have a
I
ton
had-
of those. I used to
I
have a
had
ton of those.
Welcome everyone to the Toys Podcast.
But you know,
Where they're going out of
You
business.
know what I
and
did
we're
get
still
those?
I
talking
wanted a
about them?
Zoid.
it's
The
all
Zoids.
Zoids.
Yeah.
As a kid, I remember
I had a
Okay,
bunch.
let's bring it back. We took a detour.
Games news.
Game news. Let's get some of these rumors out of the way because it's E3 coming up, so there's been a bunch of
Get ready. You can't trust anybody. Huh?
No.
Nope.
Supposedly,
Yeah.
there's 3 Gears of War games coming. Gears of War 5, one that's a Halo Wars type, and obviously just to jump on the bandwagon, a battle royale.
I heard about the Halo Wars type game, like a
That sounds
RTS.
pretty interesting.
I heard
The
about that a
Pendulum
while
Wars,
back.
If it's like the Pendulum Wars.
That's what it was supposed to be. Like, but this was like a few years ago. I heard about that rumor. Like somebody just saying it online, and people were talking about it.
And apparently, there's a report that all 3 could be unveiled at E3.
That seems unless it's all part of the same game. Unless
Well,
Well, the battle royale-
unlikely. That doesn't seem unlikely.
Yeah.
They might reveal it one after another.
yeah, it could be a different game. It'd be like, hey, this is coming out this point. We're working on this. This is coming out soon. And the battle
Wait for
royale
that.
free now, available on your Xbox.
Is the developer the same? Is the developer the publisher?
Microsoft.
Microsoft's the publisher, so
Microsoft owns the
The-
developer too,
Okay.
and supposedly the coalition is also, which is a developer, they're somehow involved with Perfect Dark or something. So that's going around now.
Because I was thinking more like
you
an
mean
Activision
Perfect
type
Dark
of thing.
Zero?
Like Perfect Dark, the brand.
I'm sure they have different divisions.
That's
For,
interesting.
yeah, because in my mind, I haven't played Gears of War, but I was thinking more like an Activision type of thing where they.
Yeah,
They have
yeah, but the difference is that they own it. They own the studio, everything.
They get to
So
decide.
Microsoft.
they have different divisions.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure they have like different studios.
But the thing is, Microsoft owns the title, so if they could literally just go to another studio and be like, hey, you want to work on
And guess it's funny because made Fortnite. People made the Gears of War, and then they sold it out to Microsoft. They went to make fucking Fortnite.
Yeah. Another rumor. The upcoming Avengers game is an Ultimate Alliance reboot.
Yes. That.
What's
Wait.
the Ultimate
That's the same
Alliance
type
thing?
of game.
Same type, yeah, like a reboot of that series.
It's like you have like 4 characters, and then you get to like go around like these maps and.
Which
Nah,
I would see that.
Is it like God view type of shit?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like X-Men
Yeah,
Legends.
nah,
I
true.
don't like that.
No.
I love that game.
Yeah,
No.
I loved it.
No. Listen, I'll take that game as
I
like
think I played it.
it's like a side thing. I want the actual Avengers game to be fucking something awesome. Like, isn't it Square Enix that's doing
Like
it?
Yes.
no, like
Square Enix,
like I love DC, but if Rockstar can take some of the Marvel games. And,
Nope, sorry.
I thought.
Sorry, can't do that.
I was hoping they did something
all
like
day.
Spider-Man, like a very story-driven, like open world type game.
Exactly.
That'd be a big thing if a big studio like Rockstar decided. Like I know Square
That'd be-
Enix technically is a big studio, but
Yeah, I was just hoping, like, if it's an Ultimate Alliance type thing, whatever, like a
it'll probably
side
be like an
game.
online. Like,
Yeah.
they tried the.
But
Marvel
they did it already.
Online.
Marvel
The Marvel
Infinite,
Online.
whatever it's called.
No, it's Marvel Online.
So no, the one that got canceled, Omega, whatever. It was like that same type of game.
Wait, that's Marvel Online.
That's what it's called?
You never played it?
Marvel,
It's literally the same thing. You're just God tier, but
and you
then
buy the heroes and all that.
Yeah,
crap.
you could buy other packs of heroes if you want.
Yeah,
that's gay.
Yeah,
I mean,
God damn it. Next,
I was gonna touch go. You know where I was gonna go with
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I think I pooped out on those.
or a pencil, pen, whatever.
Pooped out.
Thank you.
And our final rumor: Rocksteady Superman game to be announced at E3, which isn't really. I wouldn't really call it a rumor. I think it's kind of guaranteed.
People that,
so.
yeah, people that
I want some
would-
gameplay, man. I don't
Yeah,
want no.
which we might.
I
I think
think
just
just
like I want some gameplay.
people that I guess are in the know, they've been like they've been coy about it, but like giving enough hints, so you're like, yeah.
And I hope
It's
not
out.
an
and
Origins
they've been working on this for a long
I
time
hope
too. So.
two things.
Because-
I want some actual gameplay, and I hope it's not an Origins game.
I don't think it will be because they didn't do it with Batman.
No, they just
They went
jumped
straight
into it.
to
Into
the-
the fold.
Because you already know Superman. Like, what the hell do you need another? You know what I mean? Like, but I heard it. So apparently, it started out as a
Justice League.
Justice League game. That I don't know what happened. Probably the Superman part is the only part that worked well, and they made a game about that.
Maybe it was just too complicated.
Or
with
maybe they
different
just can
things.
see the money and breaking them all apart.
They could do that, but it's rock steady though. It's not like they can't do it all themselves. You know what I mean?
But
Yeah, I'm sure DC Warner Brothers was like,
Oh,
hey,
Warner
yeah,
Bros-
come on, like, listen, we can get this working. If you want all that, that's gonna take a lot longer.
And the
to
thing
get.
And a
about
lot of
and a
more
lot
money.
more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Rocksteady,
Think of how big is your bank account?
if
Warner
anybody,
Brothers is pretty big.
if anybody could make the Superman game work, it's Rocksteady.
Yeah.
'Cause they proved it with Batman, and
Yeah.
they said it like we're only like Batman. I think it was like they're like we're only gonna make the game if it's something really good.
Yeah, when like they were kind of done with Batman after Arkham Knight, which you could kind of feel it in Arkham Knight a little bit. Where it's
I
like-
didn't feel that. I fucking love that game.
With I get it with the car.
Yeah.
When you start using the car for everything
Way
that you're
too much,
doing
bro. Yeah.
and this and that and the third, that's when it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, they
like-
were drawn where they were stretching this as much as possible.
And remember that Rocksteady started making out Ninja Turtles game. That's what's called Rocksteady, and then I forget what happened. Something happened, and
They should have went with Bebop. Just saying.
Bebop Studios,
Yeah.
What does that have to do with Ninja Turtles?
Rocksteady,
He's one of
Rocksteady and Bebop, the two villains. Like
Yeah.
it's a Rhino, right? That's Rocksteady.
Rocksteady's the Rhino.
Rhino.
And Bebop was the like warthog.
Pig,
or
yeah.
pig or something like that.
So they started out making a TMNT game, and then they went to Batman, but they stayed with the name Rocksteady.
All right, let's move on to
Moving
some
on.
more serious news. Fallout 76 announced. Bethesda is light on details, but people in the know, like Jason Schreier, reports that the game is a survival multiplayer game.
That's what I hear about it. Like,
Listen, you have to answer the one question. What happened to Fallout 5 through 75?
war never changes, but apparently,
So do the vaults.
it's-
So do the
it's-
titles.
I'm interested
Are
about
you
this.
still with the same opinion that it's not a AAA game?
No, I'm pretty sure it's
I
Bethesda.
just don't know why they just didn't do a Fallout co-op.
There's supposed to be that. Co-op.
I'm sure it is,
But-
but like RPG with a
Maybe
little
Fallout
semblance
5.
of co-op.
I think it's still
Maybe
gonna have
Fallout 5.
yeah, but I think it's still gonna have. I think it's still gonna have like the RPG elements to it, but this is supposed to be more like a spin-off. And it's interesting because in the lore, Vault 76 was one of the first ones that opened, like 20 years after the fucking bombs exploded. So there's no super mutants, none of that crap. So I could imagine
Yeah,
it's
because super
So
mutants were
explain
made.
to me a
Were made
little bit
later
of the
on.
lore. The 76, right?
yes,
You said vault, so like people were stuck in vaults.
yes, everybody, and it was one of the ones that wasn't like an experimental vault. It was all regular people. Nobody was getting messed around with scientists, because that was the whole thing. And the other ones, they were
Yeah,
getting
it
messed
was all
around
the
with.
dark,
Because
dark
I-
science.
Yeah, they were trying to figure
So
out like the way
76
It
makes
was
a
a-
big. It's a big deal in the other games, right?
they mention it.
Yeah, they don't say much on it. Like throughout
It's
every
like-
game, I'm sure not every game, but certain games you'll hear about this.
But
That,
it's
and
more
the
like
third.
in codex shit, right? Like it's like
That's
in,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Or like you'll read. I think.
But the 76, it's a prominent thing
Yes,
in
76 has been brought up. It's in DC.
Yeah, that's
Or
what I
that-
said.
that
I think
area.
I was gonna say in
Fallout
Fallout 3. I think you like meet someone. It's like, oh, I met someone from a vault. It's from Vault 76.
Yeah, and it's interesting because, again, imagine this is the first time humanity's going back outside. So humanity still hasn't come back up again like they are in the Fallout games, like the enclaves of different like societies or whatever. That hasn't happened yet. So it makes sense gameplay wise to be a survival game because you're coming out of the vault for the first time to this wilderness. So it'll be kind of like that gave me like Subnautica, how you going little by little, exploring and getting further and further.
Then going back.
Exactly, and not knowing what the fuck is going on and
Maybe.
and dealing with resources.
If it takes that type of subtlety from Subnautica, that'd be nice. But
I don't know if they will, but I'm pretty sure. What I mean is like the whole like going out further and further
know
because
what
it'll be like all radiated. And you try to figure out ways to like get further.
getting this.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I wonder how they're gonna hide the story in this.
No, I'm pretty sure it'll have story because Bethesda is Bethesda
Yeah,
Game
it's
Studios
storytelling,
making it,
yeah.
and yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going all the way into this. I'm expecting it to be like first person still and everything. Like
Nah, they better have that third flip camera.
no, like but like you could flip it
Yeah.
back and forth. But I
They
don't
better keep that. They better.
because people
I'm not
that
a fan of first person.
yeah
I mean, me, if I'm picking something up, first person. If I want to just enjoy the game, third person, get the entire feel.
No.
I mean I like first person.
Third person.
If
like
if
third
I'm playing if I'm playing a
And
character.
then, like in Skyrim, like when it's melee based, first person, just fucking shield, sword. I get fucking nuts. I can't get touched.
Yeah.
No mods included.
I mean, the funny thing about this game is that a lot of people have been knowing about it. People have been hinting at it slowly, like, but like, you're like, what are they talking about?
Nothing is secret anymore.
Yeah, and all the and like I guess
Welcome
is
to the
like, the
internet.
description I've heard is like it's like Rust,
Mm-hmm.
and Rust is first person, I think, and it's like you're legit building like resources, like getting fucking trying to build a fire and all that crap. Like that's what it
We
is.
didn't start the fire.
Next news story?
Next one, you ready?
No.
You strapped in? You good?
No, not strap on. Strapped in.
Hit me.
Nintendo stock plummets 10% in just 2 days, and nobody knows why.
Who lost all that money? The Yakuza.
Oh my god.
It's a weird thing. It was literally last second thing when I was reading, and they're like, show us that, and they're like, but
It's
there's
the
no
boxes, man.
like reason for it. Like nobody
Boxes.
knows.
I wonder, no, but that's normal. Stock goes up and down all the fucking time. Look at EA. It went down last year for like a little bit. People were freaking out. Then went fucking
But
higher
the-
than ever the next day. So it's
But,
like-
but there's usually a reason for it. Like EA is like, oh, they have this controversy going on, so that's gonna affect their stock price for a little bit. Nintendo has
Trump bought a Nintendo.
nothing going on right now.
usually,
Really.
a lot of the time, it has to do like with like certain events and stuff. Sometimes they like hold off to see like.
Yeah. It might have to do with their cardboard obsession. Maybe that's not working out as good as they wanted it to.
Maybe that could be it.
Yeah. Now to get the Jose's dick wet to be.
Okay.
Kojima continues to tease Death Stranding in typical Kojima fashion, making no goddamn sense.
Amen.
Well, the game is gonna be shown at the
I don't know.
Sony
He
press
keeps
conference.
throwing like these random images out there, and then you're like, all right, what am I gonna make of that? Then the other one, what was the one today? Baggage or something like that.
Yeah.
You're just like, what?
Well, he just posted 7 times just a couple minutes ago.
You know what's funny too? Like you see, like Mads was talking about it, like in an interview. Like
Yeah.
he's like, "So what's the game about?" He's like, "Listen, I have no goddamn idea. All right, now I'm like the storyboards are great, but I don't know what the fuck is going on." Something I think something along the lines. The game is about like player collaboration around the world. So,
Well, it's Kojima. He knows what's going on.
so people are wondering, like, do like social medias have something to do with this? Like, shape the game?
That's where it might hurt. I mean,
Remember, this game doesn't
it might
have a
hurt me anyways because
This
I don't
game-
have social media. So if it
No-
relies on
no, not
having
yours,
social-
but the world's something collaboration. You know what I'm saying? Like, it being shaped.
I don't know if you mean in the fourth wall, like we use our social medias, or in the game we use social
Both.
media.
It breaks in.
Yeah, that's what.
And remember, this game has a smaller budget.
It reminds me. It kind of reminds me on the lines of Last of Us, except a bigger scale, where it's like, hey, involve your friends on Facebook or or such and such in the third.
Okay, so
No, thank you.
the people again the like podcasts I listen to and all that crap, they would know people working on the game or people that would know something, and what they keep saying is like, if you think it is gonna be another Metal Gear 4 type deal, don't think that's what it is. It's a game that has smaller budget because Sony's not gonna fucking be crazy and be like, yeah, do whatever you want.
Why not?
Because then they will make money.
You'll definitely make money.
And
that game is gonna be one of the best sellers for fucking a year straight.
oh yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is. But like again,
whether or not it ends up being good, it's gonna fucking sell because it's his name.
And the games, I guess, has some sort of aspect you have to keep replaying. The fact that you die and like you have to like, they figured. I guess there's some way to keep the game, make it longer by not being longer.
Mm-hmm.
If you get what I'm saying.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, on to the next one.
George got that real good. Did you?
Shut up. Sony to unveil 3 new games before press conference. How did that feel in your ear?
So what about
See, if they were reading 3 games before the press conference, I'm guessing they're like smaller games.
One's a VR game that's been confirmed, and then there's 2 others.
One of them could be like the Ratchet and Clank 2 reboot, part 2.
Well, it's unveiling.
yes.
It's just something they're working
Can you
on that's
like
not coming out
Get me that.
Yeah.
soon.
I'd love that. I'd love another reboot of the second one. Continue going
Oh my!
Commando.
Oh my God!
I'd go crazy.
I love
bro.
the first one so much. That's what we need.
I'd go nuts.
Keep it in your pants, boys.
I can't. He's ratcheting me off.
God damn it.
You know,
Like
clank off.
what else could it be? Like what other games do they have? Like
Insomnia?
I don't think they're going to be huge games, though. If they're unveiling it
No,
before
no.
the press conference, it's like, all
I
right.
mean, Ratchet isn't all that huge anymore per se. It made a.
it never was.
They can come up with new games.
I don't know.
No, but
That's
as
a
a
whole-
whole, they say like the big stuff.
When the 3 Titans,
press
fucking
conference
Sly
itself.
Cooper, Jack, and Ratchet clashing.
No,
Those
they-
games were pretty much the backbone of Sony. Besides
They were
overseas,
They were big, but I don't think they were like the biggest thing ever. Like
but they were good support.
no, they were good games. Yeah.
And there were no Grand Theft Auto and hype, but they were. Fucking
All right. Bungie is working on another project outside of Activision and Destiny, financed by Chinese internet giant NetEase
Oh,
for
they're probably
$100 million.
they're like make a $100 million.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
$100 million.
They're like make a
$100
Destiny like game
million.
that's first person. That's also a battle royale game. And we could make a ton of loot
I
boxes out
hope
of it.
not. Hope fucking young. Damn it, fuck Bungie, man.
Fun fact about
That's
NetEase,
exactly
they've
why I don't idolize people.
What?
And this is exactly why I don't idolize people.
Except
because-
Kojima.
Except for Kojima, but that's the exception that proves the point.
Yeah.
So Bungie up here once upon a time. Bungie now, these decisions, not
But
so.
That's,
making-
I think
making-
no,
making
that's
bad deals.
dude. It's the curse of like the sequel.
The what?
The curse and like
The curse of a sequel.
yeah.
I mean, I
Where,
felt,
like, they
I felt
venerate-
4 sequels.
They
And
venerate-
one of them was a spin-off, and they were all great.
No, some people like to venerate like a lot of like the first
Definitive
game so
stories.
much that the sequel doesn't meet up to its.
And what happens is too, even if Halo to them, even though Halo was like huge or whatever, they're still creators. They're like they get tired of it. Like, oh my god, I could make another Halo game. Even though the fans are loving it, they're like,
I would have just killed it. I don't care. I would. That's what I mean. If I'm a creator, if I'm willing to create something, am I not supposed to nurture it? Oh no, I'm gonna sell out and be like, yeah, have the rights. Do what you need to do.
I
'cause
know,
it's
I
gonna
know.
fill my pockets
I
more.
think-
I'll keep that so no one touches what we've made
But
so
I
far.
think they couldn't because
I think-
Halo was made because of. It wasn't made because of
yeah,
Microsoft, but like it's the way
yeah.
it was bought. Bungie belonged to Microsoft,
Microsoft,
and the whole
yeah.
deal was like I guess like
You want a branch? Give us Halo.
we stay with Halo pretty much. Yeah.
Small fun fact about NetEase, they've released all of the BioWare games over in China.
Who does?
NetEase.
Okay.
The people who are financing
Oh,
this.
like yeah, the Bioware. Game.
Yeah, they released them in China, so they get all that money from them too. Plus, they're a big internet company, and they do a lot of mobile games. over
I'm
there.
wondering if because remember Bungie before used to make like RTS games. Halo started out as an RTS.
real-time
I wonder if they're
strategy.
going like maybe make like a mobile type game for.
I hope not.
But most of the games they've like their strong suit is first person shooters. they know how to make a first-person shooter feel good. So I wonder if they're gonna go that route.
All I know is somebody came up with them with $100 million check, and they were like, "Yes." Okay.
Remember, Jose. Also, one second. Remember, also, it's not even about you anymore. Too. It's like if you have a bunch of people under you, they have families. You know, be like, you have all these people to support at the same time.
Yeah. I know. Tell me that story as much as you like.
Hey, moving on. The PUBG player count has dropped by over 50% since January.
I wonder why.
The PUBG, what?
Their player count.
Oh, I bet. It's fucking either Fortnite or it's because it's still not up to par.
It's not updating fast enough.
Exactly,
I think, and
pretty much. It's keeps staying in the... And then what they're doing is, new maps. Yo, like, fuck the new map. Make the game solid.
Yeah.
Make it, like,
on consoles.
polish. Yeah,
Because
polish.
on PCs runs like 60, fucking 100 frames a
Yeah,
second.
but even then, I mean, I feel like they should like somewhat tweak their not the animation, but the art style itself, like a couple tweaks, more details, get really into it because they just look like clay mesh right now. And I know they can go back in with what they have and do a little bit more
but
work
I get it. But I think at the same time, 100 players.
at once. Jesus Christ.
You have to scale something back. And a lot of people also on PC, they put the settings on the lowest.
I mean,
Just so they could
helps them
see.
see through things.
Because on PC, a lot of people don't give a damn about the graphics. They just want to play like the game.
That competitive aspect.
Yeah.
Fortnite does it pretty easy.
Yeah. And look
Yeah,
at
but that's a cartoon.
fucking one of the biggest games on PC, Counter-Strike. That game doesn't look like amazing, but and people play the same map.
All the fucking time.
Rust, yeah. So.
Yeah, this is more of a fact than a news thing, but it was interesting that the Pokemon info was leaked on April 1st, including the titles of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
Oh, not just include the titles, a
and
lot of shit.
and gameplay and all stuff that's featured, including
Yeah,
So is it like Pokemon Go?
it's
Partially.
Like, it combines Pokemon Yellow. It's like a sequel to Pokemon Yellow, combined with some Go elements together.
that's how you catch Pokemon. But
Like you have to go outside or anything like that. It's all like a game. But like the Pokemon catching mechanic, it's like Go, like the whole circle thing that comes down.
You're gonna see the cool Pokemon ball peripheral that they're making for.
It's like fucking has a joystick. Like you just play with one.
And it vibrates when you catch the Pokemon.
On your phone?
Too. No, not phone.
It's like a controller.
yeah
for the Switch.
It's a ball that's a controller, vibrates and everything.
But
Yeah.
like you for the Switch?
Yeah, I'm definitely getting that game day
Say
one.
that again, George.
Let's
it's
go.
A ball. Like
It's a ball that you grab with your hands or both hands if it's big enough.
And then it vibrates.
What's
It
the game?
vibrates.
Pokemon, what is it?
Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
Yeah, I saw that today where somebody posted the original 4chan leak and they're like, how did this get past everybody?
No, it didn't. It didn't. I remember seeing the leak back in
Well,
the
the
day.
thing is, it was April 1st, so people were not that it went past, but people were like,
There wasn't.
are they just fucking with us?
Yeah,
or-
because I think that was they posted it because I remember seeing that.
No, it was a leak. It was on 4chan. that
Yes, it
came
was a
out.
leak.
Wasn't-
But the thing is, when people start reporting on it, like I remember like some people that I watch on YouTube, like that know shit, started talking about it, and like they're like, we don't know, like why are you talking about this specific leak? There's a million other leaks. Why this one? So they knew something was up. They knew like some things that there were true. They didn't know like. Sometimes people get like a hunch, but they don't want to say it. So like, all right, yeah, look at this leak.
Or,
and it's like-
or they'll even hear, get ready, something's about to drop on 4chan.
And dude, that fucking Pokemon trailer that
There it is.
came out last Tuesday out of fucking nowhere.
It's called the scoop.
Because I knew something. Cause even that leak said when it was gonna be revealed by the end of May. It talked about like all these different aspects of the game.
They had like a list of things like all going down. Like it has this. It'll be very Pokemon Go like. Trying to initiate it, but also be like internet connected.
Yeah,
and all this stuff.
and it was crazy because like people were like, "This was posted on April 1st. Is this like trying to trick people?" Like
that's why people were kind of like, yeah, I don't believe that.
Yeah, but like people were reporting on it enough that you're like, I get. But before this game was announced last week or whatever, last Tuesday, people were like confirming it already. It's like, yeah, this is happening. This is happening.
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Star Citizen devs causing an uproar by offering a $27,000 bundle of starships and unique in-game content to high-end investors.
Go buy a car with that, bro.
Nah, fuck that. I want a fake ship.
Yo, I want a ship, bro. I want a ship.
Is
Is this
Oh, I
called
want
micro
all
or
my
micro?
shifts.
Huh?
Is this called micro or micro?
Macro.
That's a macro transaction.
The big question is the talk of this game being a scam legit, or are people getting too crazy over an unreleased game?
Both.
It's kind of leaning a little more to the
It's
scam.
like a Herbalife type thing.
Pyramid
Oh,
scheme.
yeah, pyramid scheme.
It just looks like a pyramid on the picture, but like it's not that.
See, if you get two people, and those people get,
Get
two
two
people,
people.
and then they get two people,
Y'all play the game.
Yo, you have nothing to lose. Get on it. You're in the ground floor right now, baby. Nothing to lose.
I went to one of those meetings where they wanted me to give me $300, and I'm like,
Didn't you do it too?
You'll be foolproof. I did it. Yeah, I did it for like a year.
Okay.
I wasn't selling anything. No, I was using it. But yeah, 27,000. I mean, whatever. Like they already had one that was like 15 grand. So I was like, whatever, bring it up.
yeah, but this offers the same thing plus skins on top of that.
So what? They cost money. What?
What kind of skins, bro? Like at this point, like you're paying $27,000 for a game. Come on, bro.
Dude, let me tell you something. If somebody pays that much for fucking fake ship and a fake skin, they deserve to fucking lose all that money. If you have that much money to spend $27,000 in a fucking
And apparently, this is only available to people who have donated $1,000
yeah, or more.
they don't want cheap people.
Donated.
Well, they did have a bunch of crowdfunding.
Yeah. Yeah, people are getting weary now. They're like, what the fuck is going on, man?
It's nuts. I still want that game to drop if it ever would.
No, the game.
The game is going to cost about $5,000 by itself when it
right.
drops.
It's like when you
What are the
talk, you know, you have really good
developers doing
ideas
with
and you talk, but then you try to make it, you're like, oh, wait,
This isn't
that's
working.
what happened.
They're not dropping this game if they can get enough money like this.
I mean, yeah.
Supposedly,
the way
was
that
it
they're
2016? They said, oh, we're like in the final alpha phase. We're going to start.
Bro, they're not gonna drop this game.
Or they
if
just
get
got
it
into
$27,000.
alpha,
I don't think it needs to drop. They could just keep it like in that state because this game is never gonna finish. That's the thing.
They're making enough money for it to finish. Come on, bro. It's
No. What I mean, this game is never gonna
So
finish.
they're
like,
making
it's gonna
enough
continue.
money so it doesn't need to finish.
Yeah.
Whereas they can keep kind of suckering people into it, update it, patch it, keep do this.
I
And
mean,
that.
I
It's
hear-
like, oh, we're getting closer to the full game. Kind of sounds like Destiny, doesn't it? But that's not us.
No,
But way better.
but-
I still. I mean, I won't pay $27,000 for
Why
this
not?
fucking game.
dude, it's a fucking shit,
I
bro.
know. I know.
No, all the ships.
Exactly, not just one. All the ship. The
And
ones
we-
that go like this and they go like that, and the ones that are like this and they go like that. They're great.
Oh, God. 27,000. You know what I could do with 27,000?
Oh, I could do
You,
without
you can show me what you can
Start
do
my
with
own
it.
business.
It could start you to start your own.
Let's have to
Ubisoft
go around.
confirmed Assassin's Creed Odyssey after leak. They say more info to come at E3.
God damn it.
Hashtag me.
Game to be set in Greece, and rumors have it that it has a new main character.
Yes, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It was also part of that Walmart leak. They said like there was a new like Assassin's Creed on it with no title. This is continues the story of Origins, whatever story there was there, but with new main characters. The confusing part is that they really emphasize a whole like the what's it called, the fucking
Rome.
the Greek looking dudes or whatever, but like
Apparently they're the villains of the game.
yeah, but like the whole like the ancient Greece that we think of is like 500 years before Origins.
Yes.
Because by the time Origins hits, Greece is part of the Roman Empire.
Oh yeah, they've been sacked by Rome.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like I wonder like Odyssey, for example, they're referencing Odyssey, like the Odyssey from.
No, they're saying
Yeah.
it's after. So because
No,
the
that's what I'm saying.
Roman
That's what I'm saying.
the Roman Empire doesn't. The Roman Empire doesn't until 16 AD.
Okay, but the thing is that it's called Odyssey, right? So it's referencing
Like
Od-
Odysseus and
Odyssey.
stuff like that.
Fucking-
that era, which is
This dude and the
ancient
Argonauts.
Greece, right? But
I
it's part
mean-
of Origin. So it's like, wait a minute, how's this? People are trying to figure out like, how does this make any sense? Why is it
Inception,
called?
bro?
But what's it called Odyssey?
Inception. You got one person going into the ancient, Egypt,
It's like-
and then one person in Egypt going into Greece.
But it's like, it's like usually these games usually go to the era when it's most prominent, the people you remember.
Mm-hmm.
But most people remember ancient Greece, not the Greece
No, it
with.
doesn't.
What do you mean?
What do you mean that it goes into the era that it's more prominent?
Like for example, Paris, Unity, it was during the Renaissance, right? Like during the Revolution.
Nobody give a shit about pirates.
What? No, but it was during the
It's a
golden age of
prominence,
pirates near
yeah.
the end.
But
And
nobody
then
gave a, it's not a big thing as
Blackbeard, everyone knows Blackbeard, even if you
But
don't
it
know
wasn't,
that he was a pirate.
but it wasn't
You
like
say
something like
Blackbeard,
that you
oh, I've
would
heard
want to
about
make a game out of. You get what I'm saying? Like it was like a pretty cool story. You get what I'm saying?
No.
Like Rome, like the Italian Renaissance, the Revolution, the French Revolution, the American Revolution. Those are big, major events. But nothing major happened during pirate era that like cost, like it wasn't like a game changer in human history.
No, but
So they meant.
but it's during the pirate era is the event. It wasn't the events with it. It was the pirate era. That's the big.
That was the focus.
That was the thing because
That's what I'm saying. It's not that big, like to make something.
No, but what I'm saying is that every time they focus on a time period, it's during something important of that time period, right? So Greece, for example, the whole thing is ancient Greece. That's what you think of if they ever go to this period. Why would they go to the time when it's fucking the Romans in control, not the Greeks?
Okay, now I get what you're
You
saying.
know what I'm saying? And so, and they're like, oh, it's Odyssey, so it might take place before. It might be ancient Greece, but no, because it's part of Origins, which is you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yes.
It's a goddamn title, people.
People are confused. Like, wait, how is this gonna play? I got faith that.
Well,
there's-
no, they're saying that it's completely different because they're saying that it's a new character. It's a new
character, but it's
new main
it's part of the Origins, whatever. Like it.
trilogy. Like it's
Yeah,
part
it's
of
like
the
I
Or it's kind of in the mix. Well, does it say a time frame?
It's after Origins, but like in that same
well, you know
era.
that. Well, you do know that Aya goes to Rome
to start she starts the
Bureau
the
over
bureau
there.
of the
the Bureau.
of the hidden ones or whatever.
I feel like she starts the assassins. Like I feel like just Bayek is like his era just dies there. Like
I wouldn't be surprised.
remember,
if that's a little.
I feel like
inside
she
joke
like
there.
it just to me it just sounds much cooler that Bayek was the first assassin, and his wife starts the bureau starts the.
But also remember that in the first DLC, the hidden ones, it takes place in I forget the name of the place, but it's current day Arabia, whatever, like the
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, right, in Iraq and all those places, which is where Assassin's Creed 1 takes place, like the Syrian area,
Which
right?
one? The Resistance or the one that's 4 years later?
No, Assassin's Creed 1.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so the hidden one bureau is already going
With
on over there. With Altair, so like that area that they hint at, so like Bayek could have started that side of it, like with Altair in that era, and
So
Aya
like he
could've
moves
gone-
that way.
Yeah, and Aya could have started the European fucking assassins or whatever. But yeah, people just confused like how like what time period does this take place?
I don't know, bro.
I just think fucking
shit.
Oh,
Ubisoft
I'm definitely
is
gonna play this
destroying
shit,
Assassin's
dude.
Creed.
Origins is the best playing Assassin's Creed game.
best playing.
Nah,
the
chill,
Thoriac
bro,
or the
chill.
Thoriac.
Best playing.
I mean, I don't know. There's some. I pick apart.
Dude,
Alright,
go back and play the other games, trust me.
bro. All right, Brotherhood is set in stone, bro. All right,
No,
then
that-
could
that-
go Origins, but nothing beats Brotherhood.
I think-
Brotherhood was pretty wild.
No,
If you
I
knew
think
what
it's-
you were doing.
okay.
If you knew what you were doing,
Brotherhood,
Brotherhood,
like-
No,
you were untouched.
Okay, but I'm saying Brotherhood at the time was fucking crazy good. Play it now, and you used to how play games play now.
Dude,
you can't even fucking
I
parkour
play-
now.
I play
It's- well,
You have to
Syndicate.
jump off.
thing
I
is-
play Syndicate, and I still go back to Brotherhood.
I was playing
Okay, yeah.
Assassin's Creed
Can't play
2,
Syndicate.
and it was like you have 2, right? And
Yeah, I have all of them.
It's different because it's a different type of game. It's not like I think you have more control of yourself in Origins. You have control over all your shit.
Yeah,
But it
a
feel
little
more-
bit.
If
Because
it, like-
and your decisions when it comes to doing something. Like,
You be like, I can take the guy out, bro. Get
Yeah,
cry
fucking-
down.
I can go through this window. Let me do that. Let me crawl through this crawl
the
space.
older Assassin's Creed games, I'm not saying they're bad, but it feels more like you're driving a car. It's like I gotta turn this way and like, watch him, like you know what I mean, like
Except you can't sometimes drive your own car. Oh, let me jump to that ledge. Why are you dropping?
yeah. Remember, you could not parkour down until Unity.
Yeah.
Remember that. You have to throw yourself off.
The Unity was the mechanics. That's why if I could pick and choose the mechanics from each game and mash them together, and then pay Kojima to do the story, it'd be amazing.
It would still make no goddamn sense.
No sense, but it'd be amazing.
But yeah, we'll obviously find out more with E3 coming up. So
Excited.
Next
Shit.
week. Did you guys see the 5-second teaser they did for it? It's the dude doing the fucking "this is Sparta" thing.
yeah, the
They,
kick.
they,
and
they
it's
show
like-
some gameplay. It's like a little bit.
and this just says more info at E3.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
and our
Their-
final news story.
Their hands got fucking forced and had to fucking
Yeah,
release.
they
it.
kind of they weren't planning on
Bro,
releasing
come on.
anything, dude.
Every game but Assassin's Creed 2 has been leaked.
You know, that is. I've always wondered that. Like, are they fucking doing this on purpose? Because every single one gets leaked. Every single
Every
one.
game but 2 has been leaked.
2. Yep. Even the first one got leaked. I remember.
Even the first one got leaked. They're doing this shit on purpose, bro. And they still make
It has
it.
Then why two? Why
It's,
was it two?
it's, bro.
No.
Come on, man.
Well, like 2, nobody knew about it. Like that was an Italian Renaissance. People knew what 2 was coming out, but like they didn't know what the setting was or anything.
And mind you, that's like between 2 and Brotherhood was one of the strongest parts of their story.
Ezio's
where it
story was-
started building to something that you couldn't understand, but it felt like, okay, this is going somewhere. With the whole, the earth is fucking, or the sun's about to fucking shoot a beam, and these aliens that have been around that are the actual gods, Adam and Eve are around, but it's not what we think.
But it same also like the whole thing aliens, they're more like proto
Because,
humans.
because,
yeah,
no,
or
because
something
the
or
first
whatever.
one had nothing.
Hey,
Let's
hey,
bring the Assassin's
why don't
Creed
you make
back,
like a
boy.
tree and get the hell out of here?
Okay, just because we have a talking point and we need to get to.
Yeah, let's go.
Final news story. It'll be a quick one anyway. Red Dead 2 to have some type of timed exclusives on PS4 and apparently Xbox One.
So,
What?
Timed exclusives for each console. But
'Cause-
what does that mean?
'cause apparently there was
Sony
one-
gets their own exclusive, and
Yeah.
then
Red
Microsoft.
Dead? You said Red Dead.
So PS4.
Don't try to make sense of
Xbox?
this. Just accept
Because
it.
the thing is, it's like two different places that report. One, I believe as IGN, I read that as PS4 exclusive. Then I was just looking for other news stories in Game Rant, and they said, along with the PS4 exclusive, apparently there's an Xbox One exclusive.
Why
and they
not?
showed the screenshot of it too, so it's like, wait, okay, that makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah, then
Why?
what's exclusive about it?
And it's, I got it, you don't. So
R.I.P. Hugh Dane, aka Hank. He died.
Hank from what?
Isn't it the dude from Breaking Bad?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask. Let me see.
maybe.
Did you show his face?
All right, what is
Either
it?
way.
Did a drug
Yeah,
dealer kill him?
That's now our talking point, which we all sent this message out. E3 predictions
Or hopes.
or hopes, yeah, just three, just three.
Superman.
So E3's next week. Is want to say that we will be recording it and our reactions. We're watching the press conferences or whatever. Like
We haven't figured out what our release schedule will be with it. But
I'm gonna try to put it together that same day, release it that night. Like that's
You have to.
the hope.
yeah, but
Yeah,
hopes and dreams die in
Yeah,
this world.
in the
so-
dark.
especially since we're gonna have to work the next day. God damn it.
Screw it, man. It's a
Sucks to be-
sacrifice we're about.
Yeah,
we have to
apparently.
make.
Yeah, so we're gonna record ourselves reacting to not each press conference, like the main three. This Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. So
I will most likely be here for two, probably not Nintendo because I work that day.
yes,
What Sunday is?
Microsoft.
What time?
4 p.m.
I'll be here.
The part that sucks is that I have to get out early from work just to make it here on time.
I mean, I'd have to like go into work late for me to watch that.
Can you be like, yo, I'm gonna be out for an hour.
Yeah, I mean, if it's only an hour.
It's like an hour and a half usually,
yeah,
or 2 hours.
Fucking, I'd just let them. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, I'm not gonna be here. Bye.
No, because you're the only one that you and I are the biggest Microsoft fans
Yeah.
here, so makes sense you and I to be here.
You're just trying to set up a day, huh? Wink, wink. Oh,
Like if they show Halo, you're the one that's gonna fucking be in. You and I gotta be the only ones that are gonna be fucking.
yeah, I mean, I want to see what they're gonna.
Oh.
but I'm gonna be like this the entire time. Like,
Before we go on to the
Alright,
next,
fine.
there was a leak.
There is no next word.
There was a leak that the same guy that leaked Fallout 76. Oh, he said it on very specifically. Like, how the fuck you guess that? He says Halo 6 Halo something will be shown. Gears of War 5, Sunset Overdrive 2, Forza Horizon 4, obviously, and there was something else. I guess maybe the
Sure it's
Halo
not
game is not
Forza.
what we think it is, or whatever.
Sure, that's not Forza
It might
Horizon
be a
5.
it might be a spin-off.
Listen, it's not Forza Horizons 5,
So,
alright?
So
Horizon.
A spin-off for Halo? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, I don't know what that means.
So we've been waiting now almost 3, 4 years, and
Listen, whatever plans they have for that campaign, they have to fucking redo all of it.
I mean, whatever they did in 5 literally was puking. bro.
Exactly. So they had to They had everything planned.
Like legit, the best part in the entire fucking game is literally the first 3 seconds of the intro, when you're fucking going down with Buck
And the
and all them,
graphics.
fucking sliding down the mountain, shit's blowing up over here.
The best
that
part
blowing
is when you're
up
playing
there.
as Chief of the game. The best parts. Anyways, what
That
are your?
too, yeah, and you're just like, because I mean, they keep doing the same hogwash all over again. Don't you notice?
It needs,
There's always one part where you have to beat the clock, get on your fucking warthog, and get to these points, and it's the Pillar of Autumn all over
I
again.
think Halo 5 was a hard lesson for them, and I think they have to fucking repivot. Like Halo needs what God of War did,
The books.
but they tried.
Follow the books. They did and they didn't.
But they tried. Like Halo needs to stand on its own. Like for you and I, the blue team made sense. Like, but other people, what the fuck are these guys? Like, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
If you ever read the books, you're fucking lost.
That's true.
You can't force people to read a book to enjoy a game. That's
I can't say that word.
you know what I mean. But yeah.
Money. I'm like, read a book.
So what are you guys' predictions or hopes for E3? You guys want to go around the room or
We can go around the room. I'm still kind of like.
you thinking about it? All right. What do you
For
think?
Sony, I fucking hope a Jack 4? Jack 4? A real 4? Not
I'm-
Jack X.
At this
Jack
point,
4.
I think they should just reboot it.
Negative. Jack 4.
Because Naughty Dog,
Or give me that boot to redo it.
because Naughty Dog ain't gonna do it. So it's like,
Yeah, because they're fucking smelly bastards.
uh,
I'll call them that.
all right, Jack's for it. And you, Irving?
Which I think it's kind of, you know.
He's like Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yes.
He wants 3 Assassin's Creed games to be announced.
Bro, yeah. I just want, Assassin's Creed and Superman.
You want to see that?
Yeah. Superman, more Spider-Man gameplay, maybe.
Oh, that was confirmed. That's definitely
I
Yeah.
heard the rumors they
Like
could show
this-
some VR stuff
Yeah.
with Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Oh my God, I could. Couldn't
That could
imagine.
be good or bad. This is
I'll pre-order it right then and there.
myself. I want a release date on Last of Us finally. Hopefully we get that. We
Yeah,
should.
we'll
It's-
probably
It should
get
be
that.
next year. I'm guessing.
That's kind of lame, though. It should be end of this year at the latest, but it's not. It'll be like fucking term 2 of next year.
It's possible, but
It's
Naughty
possible
Dog takes
be-
their time making the
And
games.
it's also possible because they don't really, other than Spider-Man, I don't think they really have anything else after that line.
They don't need to release games like in the holiday anymore. They learned that.
Yeah,
Kingdom Hearts.
Even Last of Us 1 didn't come out in the holidays. It came out like in fucking June, like a week before E3. I
Quarter
remember.
2.
The week before E3. But I guess to go to my prediction, you guys don't give a damn about this, but
Probably has something to do with Nintendo.
yes, I
heard a Star Fox rumor.
yeah, but that disappoints me. I really hope that Retro's doing, even though I don't mind the Star Fox fucking racing game, whatever.
Oh my god,
But-
no. It's a racing game?
Yeah.
Stop.
Supposedly.
I did not know this. Stop.
But it's Retro Studios making it.
Stop.
Retro.
Star Fox? Are we talking about it?
Yeah, as a racing game.
Bro,
Can
come
we
on, bro.
not-
That's
Captain, what was that, Captain? Captain Falcon? Like, that was
F-Zero.
That's
F-Zero.
yeah, that's F-Zero.
That's what I'm saying. Why do we need a fucking? You have F-Zero. Why do you need another fucking racing game?
Especially from a character that's not known for racing. Captain Falcon is like a NASCAR racer in the future. So he is dope.
Yeah. So my
Falcon Kid, show me your boobs.
my hopes, my prediction is that what Retro is actually doing is not Star Fox. They might be assisting with it, so that's why the leaks are like associating them with the game.
Man, nowadays you can't trust anything because everything gets leaked. So they might leak some fake shit.
No, they do all the time. But yeah, that's what I hope. Another prediction?
Jack, right? Let's see. I want to hope for again. I've been hoping for this since like 08, but another Kingdom Under Fire. That'd be nice. Or they let us know more about that Scalebound being
Real, like,
legit.
dude, how that was gonna be one of my predictions. I guess we'll do it right here. Scalebound gets
Ignited.
Yeah, that should be the market. We should fucking put the marketing team there.
I'm telling you, if half the people heard us, they'd be richer.
Dude, the problem is that I'm
Maybe.
pretty sure Platinum will be making it, so they have to like
Yeah,
redo it.
I hope not. I mean, because then that means if they redo it, then that means that Square One, we're waiting 5 years next console.
Yeah,
Don't want that.
I hope Platinum is making it. I hope they figured out what was wrong and actually made it, because that was the whole thing. The game, I guess, wasn't coming together, and Microsoft's like, listen, we're spending too much goddamn money, you guys.
It was a great idea, fucking flying dragons, fucking co-op, and fucking PvP, all
Great
sorts.
idea.
Fucking, it was layer, but maybe all flushed out. I don't know if you remember that game for
God,
the PS4.
I try to forget that game.
It wasn't.
Tsushima,
I mean, it was
43.
interesting, but it's just.
It was
it's-
interesting. That's
You know
about
what I was
it.
like,
It's just me and dragons, though.
That's about it.
They apparently ended up fixing it with updates later on, but by
Yeah.
that point nobody gave a damn.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh yeah, trying to fly. That was the only.
They had to
clunky
try to sell the motion,
motion
control.
control.
And the
You mean the
control.
6-axis?
Yeah.
You think
Irving.
they're gonna do anything for Ghost of Tsushima
Oh yes, they
Yeah,
are.
they've already announced that they
Yeah.
are. So.
for E3? For
Do you guys think Ghost of Tsushima will have some sort of like superhero element to it? Like you're a samurai or whatever, a ninja, but you could like fucking
Hacking. Oh, I see what you mean. Maybe.
What was the
Fly
movie?
through
You
trees and
remember
shit.
like? Do you remember
They
the
might give
movie
you
that came out
tools.
a couple years ago where he's like a rogue samurai, right? He takes like a baby with him and he comes like to like the west, and there's like this really cool fucking scene where like he's just like dragging his sword, right? And it's like
that
like
anime?
no, it was live action. That's why I loved it so much because it was live action, right?
Like a Japanese film,
No, it was an American film. But he was a Japanese, but it was a
Japanese actor.
yes, like he was like the main character. There's like a scene at the beginning of the movie where he's like, there's a whole bunch of like fucking samurais like in anime, where he just like does like one move, and he just like speeds, like zooms through them, and they
Yeah.
all like fall and stuff. Like
Fucking leaves start.
it was
falling.
like it was like one of those things where
Blade
like they
dance.
brought like the
And then he
actual
sheathes the
like
sword.
anime to like
Life.
live. And it was like,
That that's what I'm hoping with Ghosts of Tsushima.
I'm trying to see what the movie is called. It's like.
Do you guys think it'll have superhero something to it?
I wouldn't doubt it, or not.
it be realistic?
It'd be like
I think that
pseudo
goes-
realistic, where it's not that outlandish. Where it's like, oh, this dude will swing one sword and chop through two people.
Oh,
You get what I'm saying?
just before I forget, another thing of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, they're supposedly it's leaning more into more Witcher, like
Aspects.
Like as far as like
RPG stories.
Yes, more story and more dialogue choice. That dialogue choice is like The Witcher and all that crap, and like more side quests. Like
It
more
doesn't
varied.
mean it doesn't mean much if the Warriors wait. Oh no, I actually heard of that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I heard about
That
that.
was during our Blockbuster days.
Yeah, I heard of that. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
George,
Yeah.
what do you want to see?
What I want to see is finally stop teasing us a Final Fantasy VII remake,
Shush,
but it's not. It's not.
You mean Legend
Dude,
of Dragoon?
They
remake.
had to fucking hire a bunch of people for that game recently.
I
So
know, I know they did. We said the news story.
Yeah.
I read it out. But there's still hope that they'll show something.
oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll show something. They have to.
It's like, hey, we're still working on this.
I swear.
We swear. We're also still working on Kingdom Hearts. We swear. Well, they've shown a lot of that game recently now, so.
Yeah.
You probably might see more on it.
And you,
Well,
Rob?
no, supposedly we're gonna get a release date before.
Any other
E3?
predictions? Love,
Maybe.
anything you might want?
No, not really. Sorry. My two things.
What about porn?
You just ruined my mood.
Sorry.
Stop it.
I'll be there Monday
Jose,
night.
stop that.
So,
God damn it.
is that it?
Notice
So, was your friend in his band?
God. All right, let me just read out a few of them. I posted a question on Facebook. People's predictions, and I got a few of them. Let me go over them real quick. So yeah, this year's E3 is definitely gonna be interesting, especially for Microsoft, because they're the wild card. We don't know what the fuck
yeah,
they're doing.
they're
They have to show something. They have to show something. Like it there has to like the whole.
They gotta pull something out of their ass
because
viciously.
they have to show games, even though they have to show trailer because the narrative right now is that they have no exclusives. They need to fucking go in.
When they used to have the
I know they
mixtape,
need to go in fucking guns blazing, and fucking show some shit. Like announce some new IP to get people excited.
They better have been working on games.
Oh, no.
Don't be like, hey, by the way, here's this supposedly badass new game that's coming out in 2 years.
But I'm assuming they've been working on it because remember, Phil Spencer became the head of Xbox in 2014. It's been 4 years. Games take a fucking long time to make. And,
Yeah,
and he,
I mean, but that's what I mean. That either means they're gonna show stuff that's coming out in 2 years, or they're showing stuff that's still gonna come out in a while.
I'm pretty
So
sure
we're still gonna feel or for the Microsoft fanboys, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna still feel a pinch.
Well, obviously they're not gonna release everything next year. They need to like spread it out, right? So
I
they
mean,
could
but what are they releasing this year then?
nothing.
What's left of this year?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, well, we don't know yet. I doubt they're gonna release anything else this year.
Oh, yeah, I mean, with
but we're
Red
talking
Dead
about
coming-
future because this year, I mean, maybe what's it called? Fucking the other game, Crackdown, maybe.
This year? No.
Maybe they release it also fucking
Christmas
September.
season.
They
Christmas
haven't
season
shown
or
it.
something.
They haven't shown anything from Crackdown.
Yeah.
Yet, so.
All right, so I'm gonna read a few comments. So Chad says they just need to show me Kingdom Hearts 3 and I'll be happy. That game is never coming out. Our buddy here, Jordan, says Resident Evil 2 remake trailer,
Your buddy,
gameplay, also Final Fantasy 7 remake gameplay and more of that.
which have both been pretty much
Resident Evil
confirmed,
2, I really want to see that remake finally. Mike says Final Fantasy 7 remake announced for Switch, and I replied to him, I would legit die.
Yeah,
Wait,
Switch.
what?
If it comes, it's a
Final Fantasy
Switch
what?
port.
Yeah,
That makes a lot more sense
Wait, what
than it
Final
coming out on
Fantasy?
Xbox.
7.
So.
it's
For-
coming
for
on
Switch?
Xbox.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A
Why don't they go
Switch
back,
port
bro?
makes more sense than an Xbox
I have
port.
to get 12. But I was gonna say, why don't they just go back to the first 5, man? Like I don't.
The first what?
Go all the way to the beginning and just start it all over.
No,
What are we talking
I'm a
about?
high fantasy person. Like I would rather play the first 5 than anything after that.
Yeah, because after that is when it switched to all like
Steampunk.
style,
Yeah,
futuristic.
Seven.
Crystal, what do you call it? The
Seven's by,
Crystal
like,
something, Crystallis.
Yeah, whatever. Tony
All that
says.
dumb Final Fantasy lore. Screw that.
Tony
Just give me a
says.
fucking Dragoon. We'll show you.
EA reveals they have a new Death Star and are now selling it. Don't get blown up DLC.
What?
That's about right.
What?
EA reveals
Yes.
they have a Death Star and are now selling it. Don't get blown up DLC. And I obviously replied, plot twist, EA is also your father. And he replies, no, that's not possible.
No, I believe it was. No, that's not possible.
Search your feelings.
A certain person here that's my little brother posts Minecraft 2.
No.
Disown him now.
Little bro,
that tells you where people are at right now.
No.
Why
little
does it need to
bro.
be- Why does it need to be a sequel to Minecraft?
It's still Minecraft.
Yeah,
What
bro.
more from Minecraft do you need, bro?
You don't need a
No.
sequel.
We needed all the money.
No.
Yeah, they're gonna upgrade the graphics.
Yeah, from cubes to hexagons.
Jesus.
Really fuck up people's eyes.
So yeah, that's all I got from the replies online. Let me check one more thing because people replying.
Yeah, nobody replied to me. So.
You gotta push people, bro.
Hashtag me too.
I think this year's E3, Nintendo, they're doing good. So like, we'll see. I don't think we'll get that many like surprises. We'll get a lot of things that it was stuff we've been wanting. But Microsoft is the one that has the most to lose. They need to come in. If they don't have an amazing
have
show,
so
that's an
much
issue.
to
Fuck it,
fucking
bring a whole
lose
new
right
system.
now. You can imagine now featuring the Xbox 300 XPL with Windows 300.
Suck
That's been their issue already. It was like, hey, we got the Xbox One. We have the Xbox One S. Now we got the Xbox One X. It's like, all right.
More other games.
Stop
Oh,
wasting money on the software.
so-
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like
That's
when
the Project
Phil
Scorpio,
Spencer took over in
the-
2014,
Fuck, the
they
one
weren't
that
gonna
does
turn
4K.
games like that amount of time.
The
you know
one
what I
that
mean?
does 4K.
I just have one question also for E3. Does E3 still have the same impact that it used to?
Yes. I think it does in the sense like it gets the whole entire gaming thing together to announce the
Now
common
now
game.
it's a triviality.
It's
before,
like the Grammys for games.
Before it could not even. I mean, but if now people still hold respect towards the Grammys. Now people will watch it if they got time and it's there. And sure, we know what we're getting now, but I don't know. You know how we're setting it up.
But
Kids used to like grab popcorn and be like.
no,
yes.
but E3 started out as a trade show. It was for like Walmart to go see what the people
what had to offer.
and to see what were they gonna buy. That's what it was, and the announcements, and people just watched because as game fans, we love fucking watching that kind of crap. So it got a lot of attention from fans as well. So now it's no longer about Walmart and that car doesn't matter anymore.
But the impact
it's just about us
well.
looking at online. Like,
but the impact as well, it's not as strong. I don't think at least from the lineups that they've been giving us.
Remember,
It goes up and then down, and then sometimes it's just like, oh, it's E3.
But that's what they announce all the biggest fucking games. That's what you see, like what people's hands are being like.
But
Obviously,
for the
now,
last like 2-3 E3s,
Final Fantasy VII remake.
That's okay. So 2 years ago, what was
Shenmue 3 out of fucking
The
nowhere.
problem is, I feel your pain. It's the fact that they showcase a lot of things, but there's nothing actual real solid that we can hold. You know what I'm saying? So they'll show like a lot of things that seem pretty cool, but we don't get it. So next year will be like, they'll showcase the same thing,
But that's
and we
what.
still don't have
But
it.
see, for me, that's what it is. Because E3 is just fucking a hype show. For example, when they showed that E3, everybody was fucking losing their goddamn mind over Final Fantasy VII remake and Shenmue 3 and all these things. I'm like, these doesn't matter. Like, yeah, they're showing me this, but when the fuck is that coming out? Like,
That's
that's
what I'm
where I'm
saying.
at right now, right?
Like you
That's
don't
what
want
we're
to
still
showcase
asking.
something that comes out in 3 years.
that's
you know what
what-
I'm saying?
But
That's why
I
to
used
me-
to I used to watch E3 and it'd be like, when is this game coming out? Like, I can't wait for this game to come out. Now it's just like, can I get a release date so I at least have an idea? It's
Yeah.
not that much about even wanting the game as much as it is about just give me something.
But that's what E3 has been. It's just a thing of dreams. We've seen a bunch of shit that might never, ever come out. Remember the PS3 announcement? All the fake-ass trailers? Everybody's losing their goddamn mind over that. And I'm over here like, that's not real. People are like, the first like, oh, that's fucking real. I'm like, it's fucking not. What else? And E3 also what's happening is a lot of these companies are having their own thing throughout the year. So it's no longer, E3 is no longer like the only place would get all these announcements. And then like,
There was one year though that like indie games made like a big impact on
Well,
it.
yeah.
I think it was like after the
there was a
Kinect
big,
came out.
It's like
it was like a big
2013
focus on indie games.
on Sony stage, yeah. Because before it was Microsoft, and then PS4 was better, so everybody moved on to PS4. But 360 made 360 fucking 360 is what made indie games. That's what.
Well, that was
Pretty
like
much.
that was like PS4
like Castle Crashers.
like thing where they were like,
Remember all these
we need to win the
Indies, yeah.
indies first, and then the AAAs will come back to us.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
Yep.
So
So I guess that's it for today's show.
I guess so. I guess. Oh, I got the spiel, don't I?
Yeah.
You got a spiel?
maybe?
I got a spiel. So we have to redo a little of the spiel now with the YouTube coming into play now.
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Well, that wraps up today's episode. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, you can reach us at neverreadystudios@gmail.com. Once again, that's neverreadystudios@gmail.com. Remember to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at neverreadypodcast, spelled NVRDY podcast. Also, if you enjoy our content, please leave us a rating, feedback, which would definitely help us out. Don't forget to share with your friends. And check us out on YouTube at Never Ready Studios.
And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe.
Subscribe, please.
Like. It's a like, right?
Like,
Yeah. It's not
subscribe.
dislike. Leave a like.
I don't know about comment.
Oh.
YouTube
I want some
comments can be
comments. I want
brutal.
Jose to take care of those.
We'll
Oh, I fucking heard that.
We'll send Jose
He
and
just
Rob
cracked his
out
knuckles.
as
All right,
Get
y'all.
up, boys.
See ya.
Yup. Just send me a
next
Kotsky after.
Oh yeah. Next week E3.
We'll have a very
Reactions.
weird. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird schedule.
We'll figure it out.
Probably won't be a numbered episode.